Helps if I unmute myself. There we go. Alrighty. Welcome back to the stream. It's been a while since I have been live. Had some medical stuff this week that I had to take care of and just felt like not streaming. So here we are, starting again on our Shiny Saturday with Mop once again.
Hello.
And this week I got Scarlet, and not only did I get the shiny charm in that week, I also managed to get some herbs. So we are going to do some Scarlet shiny hunting on my normally all violet channel. And we just need to get connected with Mop.
Connected to the internet and ready to go.
Alright. You host the thing and then send me the invite.
Okie dokie.
And I will join you as soon as I can.
Maybe since we're going back to Area 0, maybe we can get that glitch going. Hopefully. Where we can actually see each other.
Oh. It helps if I connect to the internet. I'm like, why can't I join?
Mom, what the fuck code did you give me? Oh.
Why is this, like, asking for letters when I just have numbers?
Is that, like, local co-op or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let's go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Hello,
I love
Mop.
your hat. Hello.
Alright, so, what
Where
we
the
are
hell did
gonna
it put
do...
us this time?
What?
Oh, it did put us in Medali. Okay, good.
Alright, I'm gonna fly up to the 0 gate, because we are still on the hunt for those elusive Scarlet Paradox shinies that will not, for whatever reason, get in my boxes.
We got one.
We got one.
But, yeah, hopefully we'll get more.
Okay.
Well, with both of us having Scarlet now, that means it'll be showing up
All the time.
all the time, so.
Okay. Do you... I would like to start with Fluttermane, but do you have anything that you want to start with?
I don't have any preferences.
Okay, let's do Fluttermane then. We should do... Trying to think
I
of
actually can't think of any of the shinies that are my favorite. Like, I like all of them, so.
I don't really have like a favorite of like the paradoxes, but I just want Fluttermane because I want stuff for my competitive stuff.
Mm.
Same with Brute Bonnet, Great Tusk, and Roaring Moon. Slitherwing and Screamtail, even though Screamtail has been a giant thorn in my side. Let's do Fluttermane and let's do a Ghost.
Okay. I have to actually look at that guide.
I think you went into the sandwich maker without me.
Oh, shoot. I thought I saw you in it. My bad. Okay. Make a sandwich.
And it'll say like one of two. Make a sandwich. There we go.
Okay, now let's do it.
Okay, so for Ghost, we want to do... three red onion. And we can't do 2 sour. So we could do 2 sweet. So I'll do 2... You do 1 red onion and 1 sweet. Or whatever you have most of, I guess.
So, okay, 1 red onion and then 1 sweet herb, or...
Whatever you have most of.
I still have mostly spicy, so...
Okay, you can do spicy. And I will do 2 red onion and... What do I have most of? Bitter. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Alrighty. Here we go! Our extra large sandwich.
I wish it would double the amount of time, but...
Because we
It is what it is.
so desperately need the 10 minutes to put red onions on the sandwich. Oh, a little bit
I
of
can
lag.
actually grab it.
Throw that bread mop. We don't need the extra calories.
Just chuck it. I did it. I hit the button right away.
I did not.
Oh, the tables have turned. Oh no.
Alright.
A Tasty Mop original. I like the expressions our trainers make it look like we fucked up the sandwich, but we didn't.
I wish it had like a grading scale that we had back in Sword and Shield, where it gave you a rank based on how good the curry was.
Oh yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna go to
Okay.
research station number 3. We are gonna see who can get the most shinies in this 30 minutes.
Right, so we don't have to be sticking together really closely then either, because you're not relying on my spawns anymore.
Nope. I got my own Scarlet spawns now. Like a big boy.
Spending them big boy bucks.
I had a little bit of extra money. I was gonna wait until like... I don't know what I was waiting for, to be honest. I had extra money, so I was just like, eh.
Okay, so just... Okay, so Fluttermane, you said?
Yep. Well, we got a ghost sandwich on, so...
I was just double checking.
If you got other ghosts you want to go after...
Oh, damn it, I'm doing the thing again where I'm like, is that an item on the ground? No.
It's an air sparkly.
Oh, so I have to... So the other day, when I was hatching all of my bees,
Mm-hmm.
I found a 5-star raid, like, you know, just in my game. I didn't go online for it. And it was, oh, what was it? It was another one of those tanky Pokemon. Right, it was Hippowdon that had Yawn. And that was the most annoying thing I've ever experienced. Because it would just spam Yawn every single turn it got. So it didn't matter if I had stuff to make it, like, immune.
Yep.
It would just keep, like, oh, you used up your berry? Oh, well, have another Yawn.
The only thing you
And-
can really do about that is the Umbreon I gave you. It should have Taunt in its move memories. So you would want to teach Umbreon Taunt to go online and like just have other people kill it while you keep it under control.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. Fluttermanes spawn lower, don't they?
Yeah. I'm trying to do the crystal by the rock method, and I'm not even getting a single spawn.
Well, is it nighttime? I can't check while on Crydon, okay.
It is not nighttime.
Well, that would explain it.
Yeah, that would explain it.
But yeah, I was... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
The shiny will still show up if it spawns. If it's on the if it's in the table to spawn, it'll show up.
Yeah, I have Fluttermanes popping up on my end.
Well, aren't you special?
Keep trying to get shinies for you, and I'm the one who keeps finding it instead. It's like, oh, okay.
Mop stealing all of my thunder. Might as well be making the lightning too. But
yeah,
how did bee breeding go?
I did not get another shiny in the next 300 eggs. I got a lot more female though.
Ooh. Well, I mean,
but yeah. I don't know why on earth I picked Combi. I don't know what's wrong with me.
You were just like, I'm gonna go for a challenge immediately.
Well, it's that thing where you're like, let me do the most challenging thing first, and everything else will be easier. And like, not the worst mindset, but definitely not a great mindset.
Hey, I'm just getting into mountain climbing. Better climb Everest.
It's like, it's okay. I can't fall, but I am also making no progress to the top.
Let's climb Everest. You just show up in Nepal. Okay, did it.
Oh, 3 Fluttermane. But yeah, that Hippowdon raid, I didn't even think about using the Umbreon because I was doing it myself. And you know when you get in that really bad mindset of like, I've come too far doing it the stupid way, I have to keep going until I get it?
The sunk cost fallacy.
Yep. And I finally did get it. I forget who I had to use. Oh yeah, I had to use a Garganackle. Because I was trying the ones you gave me. They weren't cutting it. And I was like, damn. These are supposed to be Pokemon good for Terror Raids, and they can't be a Hippowdon with Yawn.
Nope.
But then I used my Garganackle, that of course I named Nick. Because I'm trying to remember what the Terra type was.
Was it Steel or Water?
No, it was like... Oh, I don't remember, but it was really annoying. But like, I knew Garganackle didn't have anything super effective, so I was worried. But of course, it was like, well, Garganackle has Purifying Salt, so it shouldn't get put to sleep. And Nick never fell asleep.
Nope.
And that's when I finally beat the damn thing. I was so pissed off I didn't even bother catching it. I'm like, oh.
They hate you, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
And you know the best thing? I got a salty herba from it. Like, you literally you farmed the pure, unadulterated salt from me and gave it back to me. Thanks, game. Like, that's how it felt like. It's just like, damn.
All of the salt.
And I had to use the Pokemon literally made of salt to get the job done, too.
Good. And I guess, unsurprisingly, when you find Garganackle as a Terror Raid boss, that's all it drops is Salty Herba Mystica.
That makes sense.
It would make sense if it wouldn't make sense if it didn't.
It's like you were literally made of salt. What else are you going to drop?
Drops actual salt. Thanks.
Of course. That does make me wonder if, like, because salt curing, like, isn't that mainly done for meat or like preservation, like food preservation?
Yeah.
Makes me wonder if, like, when they discovered that Pokemon in the lore, that they were like, let's just
I think
have
I just
the
found one
Pokemon.
in the wall.
Oh.
Oh, it was a brute bonnet. I saw the little green leaves on it, and I was like,
Oh no!
I got one. No, it was a brute bonnet.
Just kidding.
I'm checking the wall anyway.
There's barely any water, and your Fuecoco, or I forget the name of the third evolution, still had to go on a balloon.
Yep. Water. Can't do it.
At least that makes some sense because he's a fire type, so.
And our first quadrupedal fire type since Gen 2. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I just realized the other two starters literally bipedal, but then the fire one that's usually goes bipedal actually went on all fours.
Oh, it must be nighttime.
Oh, are they spawning for you now?
Oh, I got one flitter main anyway. That was the first flitter main I've seen. See the second one too.
If we're both in my game, why are we not on the same whatever, this game makes no sense.
Are you not on the same?
Like, okay, it says it's nighttime for me. So the flutter mains are spawning in no problem.
Huh. How are we not on the same time?
It says when I look at your stream, it says it's night. I don't know. I don't know why I ever try to put sense into this.
Oh, no. I'm looking at the wrong symbol. It's nighttime. Never mind.
Oh, were you looking at the top
The weather.
right?
Yeah, I was looking at the weather.
If it makes you feel any better, I literally just learned that that's about the weather. I don't know what I thought it was for before.
I mean, to be fair, it does show a sun instead of, like, a clear sky. I don't know how you would depict a clear sky.
Nothing.
With all the Glamora here, you'd think that we put on poison.
Are they ghost type?
No, they're rock poison. They're not even ghost type.
Oh,
I found a shiny Glamora, though.
Ghost. Oh, nice. We don't have encounter ghost, that's why.
Do we not?
No.
Son of a
sparkling
bitch.
power, tidal power, and item drop power.
Fuck. God damn it, we did it again.
That we always fuck up a sandwich every time.
Every time. I think it's actually the infographic that we're getting this from. I think it's just not
It is
accurate.
really convoluted to read. I am an idiot, Nick. I need someone to hold my hand through this shit.
Oh, at least I found a Glamora, I guess.
Oh yeah, so if you completed your Pokedex, did you give up on trying to farm those the legendaries for that stat?
No, I'm still gonna go do that and try and get one with a 0 speed. But I just partnered up with Kyle and we just did trade backs.
Oh.
For the Dex data.
I see how it is.
I was gonna bug you, but I was like, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Mop's probably unconscious.
I've actually been getting up around 12 my time. But yeah, no, that's honestly fair. I don't expect me to be awake until like 2 p.m. Well, more like 3 or 4 p.m. usually. That's how I tend to be.
Fair. Are there any other? Well, We could do a fairy sandwich and search for Screamtail and Fluttermane, I guess.
Oh right, they're both fairy.
They are. So I say we do that one next, because I think the fairy one works as intended. I'm actually gonna check gonna punch it into the sandwich calculator. Just to make sure.
We're not fucking up another sandwich. I did not think Great Tusk spawned down here, but I just saw one, so...
Okay. For fairy, it's 3 tomato. That's a lot of tomato.
Ew.
That's a lot of tomato.
Is it just like a tomato salad on a bun, or...?
Pretty much.
That sounds so gross.
Oh, I'm glad I checked. That would fail if we did bitter and spicy. Is it because we were putting the wrong herbs on there?
Is it the herbs that dictate the encounter and sparkling power?
Not necessarily.
Because I feel like there should be a strong line of logic, but there doesn't seem to be.
Okay. If we do salty and spicy, it'll work with 3 tomato, but I think if we just do the simple one, yeah, salty and spicy with just 1 tomato. But we can put multiple tomatoes. So you can put a tomato, I put a tomato, you put a spicy, I put a salty. So we'll do that next.
Okay. And I do have salty. I just have 4. So, like...
But the salties are a little bit more valuable, so I want you to hold on to them. Just because they're used, they can be used so specifically.
Yeah. Oh, I have to say, I've been saving all the female combi because I'm like, oh, maybe someone on Surprise Trade will like that. And then I was tempted to, like, nickname everyone Captain Mop and then evolve it to Vespiquen and then just send them all out into the Surprise Trade.
Captain Mop the Vespiquen. She's been demoted.
If they ever bring Beedrill into the game, I'm getting one. I'm getting a shiny one no matter what.
That was one of my first shinies, actually. Very first shiny was a shiny Carablast in Gen 5, but not too long after that I found a shiny Beedrill.
Oh yeah, while I was catching, or when I was hatching bees, I came across a shiny Deden.
Ooh.
And I just remember because like the coloring is so like, it's so different from its normal coloring. So I'm looking at it from a distance and I'm thinking, what the fuck Pokemon is that? I've never seen anything with those colors. And then sure enough, when I ran into it, it's like, oh, it's shiny. Sweet.
What is that? Oh,
And they're not bad colors at all. I was just not. I was like, Meowth? No.
It's a shiny rat. There's a YouTuber that I sometimes watch, but I haven't watched a lot of his stuff lately because it's all been like rumors and leaks and stuff, and I'm just like, not about that. And
It's like, you can do that thing, but that's not what I subscribe to your channel for.
yeah. And he used to do like he does live streams on Twitch all the time. And when Crown Tundra came out for Sword and Shield, he did the Dynamax Adventures like for like 12 hours at a time streaming. And the number of shiny Dedenne he got was like, he would get one like at least one every 2 or 3 hours.
Holy shit.
At least. And he's just like, I hate this thing so much.
Just an army of shiny rats.
Just a whole army of them.
Yeah, I feel like the first shinies I'm getting, other than the shiny Snorunt, are like of the Pokemon that I'm not the biggest fan of, but I don't hate. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, my very first shiny of Violet when I first played through Violet was Young Goose. Just
Oh my gosh.
pink mongoose, pink Trump mongoose, and I was just like, you're going to the box.
Well, at least you can say it's the gay Trump. I don't know.
I didn't even want it. I was like, I might want to trade you. Into the meat grinder you go.
Yeah, I'm like, because I already have one extra shiny combi, like the male. Because I got 2 male. I am tempted to just wonder trade or surprise trade the extra shiny. So I wouldn't mind keeping one, but I really don't want any more after that because I'm looking for the female, of course.
Right. Well, I mean, go for it. I mean, the worst that's gonna happen is somebody's gonna be like, oh, shiny. Oh, you bastard.
Yeah, it's like it's.
It's almost a BM.
You know what I find even more hilarious? Apparently, male bees in like male honeybees are like just as useless in real life.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, this really is just those poor useless male bees. There they go.
You are
They
here
look cute,
for your genetic
but-
information and nothing else.
Ooh, Dragon Terra shard. I like that.
Also, after spending an entire week of Koraidon,
Mhm.
I kind of like Koraidon better than Miraidon.
Yeah. Like, I was looking at Miraidon, like, I like the animations of Miraidon better, but I just like Miraidon overall more than Miraidon.
It's just visually more appealing.
I think it's like Miraidon makes more sense as, like, the vehicle thing, but when it comes to, like, the battle form, I'm like, I'm sorry, Koraidon looks so much cooler.
Yeah. And the wings that pop out of its head, also better.
Oh, what? This Glamora didn't even spawn for me and I ran into it, okay.
Yeah, sometimes if you're just running near where they're at, they'll just start an encounter. Like, oh, okay. I guess we'll do this now.
Well, it's been daytime for a bit for me, so I've not been seeing any Fletchermines.
I have not either.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, like, whenever we do Fluttermane, we should just do Fairy in case we get, like, a Screamtail as well, so it doesn't feel like we're wasting our time.
Yeah.
Like, I know the shinies will stay, but it still feels like really, really low odds.
Yeah, like we're not seeing anything, so it's more of a bummer and a morale killer, I guess.
Yeah, whereas if we're getting both Fluttermane and Screamtail, it's like, okay, we're getting just a higher chance to get one of them anyway.
I did get a Glamora.
You did, and that actually looks pretty interesting, the coloring on it.
I love shiny Glamora, that tealy green blue color.
That is a good color.
It is a good color.
That reminds me of how Carly dyed my hair last time I went to Fargo, and I fucking loved it. Like, she made blue and green work really well in my hair without it ever looking, I don't know, weird.
She do magic.
I do feel bad though. Recently I've been really thinking about trying out wigs, like casual wigs.
Do it. Accessorize.
I am so tempted because literally my hair is the one thing I hate about my the way I look right now. And I'm like, well, wigs really aren't, like, a casual wig isn't that expensive and you can style it however you want. But then I'm also like, will Carly hate me if I do that?
No, I think Carly would be totally fine with it. Although you'd probably have to, like, fight her off so she doesn't style it.
Maybe I'll bring a wig just for her to style next time I come visit. If she doesn't mind styling wigs, I actually don't.
Yeah, I don't know what the like hairdresser protocol is for wigs. Like, I assume that they probably prefer like actual hair rather than like plastic ones.
Yeah, because you can. I would imagine a lot of hairstylists working with real hair. It's like they can plan around, like, okay, the hair is gonna grow a little bit, so.
Well, the wig's not gonna grow.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's a different mindset in that regard.
Yeah.
It's like if you cut any hair, it's not gonna grow back. Whereas if it's someone's actual hair, it's like, okay, like, it can grow back. So. I know when my mom got her wig, she was having trouble finding anyone to, like, really try to style it.
Huh. Usually, like, if you go, like, to, like, wig shops, they usually do it there.
Yeah, I don't exactly remember why she was having trouble. Like, the hairdresser she used to go to before she started really getting into wigs wouldn't do it because she didn't feel comfortable working on a wig.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, if you fuck up, it's like, well, it'll grow back.
Like, wait, shit. Let's just glue the hair back on.
One at a time, just at the ends.
Wasn't that what extensions are?
Yeah. It reminds me of that super old TikTok, but it was like, what is the dumbest thing you've had to explain to another adult human? And it was a hairdresser, and she was just like, I had to explain to a client that her hair grows from her scalp, not from the ends.
Oh.
It's just like, God, these people go out and vote and drive.
So, like, what does she think happens when someone, like, shaves their head?
Death. Instant death. You just fall over and die.
Like, that's it. No more hair ever. It's gone.
Can't do it. No more tips, no more hair.
My mom did say that apparently once you get into wearing wigs regularly, that it can affect how your normal hair grows.
Yeah, I've heard that. A lot of the girls that I used to work with when I was a CNA were like very into wigs, and actually one of the girls that I worked with, she wasn't a wig maker, but she was a hairstylist, and she had like all of like the best wigs, and all of the other girls would buy their wigs from her. And yeah, that was some of the stuff that they talked about, like it wearing on your skin and your hair, and like what to put under it, all that other good fun stuff.
Of course, I look back on chat out of curiosity if Jess was listening, and she's like, "Do it, Mip. You won't." Like, well, now I have to.
You've been goated.
That's like the only consistent way to motivate me to do shit is just praise it like that. And I hate it, but at the same time, I'm also glad it works.
You ain't gonna do it, you fucking pansy. Do it!
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm just like, give me wigs, please. Because also, like, I also consider myself to be gender fluid, which the basic definition, at least for how I experience it, is literally I have days where I feel more like a woman, like more feminine, and other days I feel more masculine, and other days where I just don't want to be perceived at all. And
How
it
do
would
you
be
identify
really
as a mystery?
there are literally days where I'm like, can I just not exist, or can I just be like a genderless blob? I would love that.
But what would you like to be perceived as? An enigma.
The machinations of my mind are an enigma. But yeah, it was like, man, I wish hair was like that. Oh, but I can get wigs to do that, to match how I'm feeling, depending on how the brain is feeling.
How the brain juices are working that day.
How the brain juice is working. Because there are definitely days where I'm like, I want really short hair. Like, I want a buzz cut, but then there are other days where I'm like, I want really nice long hair. It's like, well, I can easily do one, but I cannot easily do the other.
I mean, if you do it in a certain order, you can.
Yeah. But I can't go back and forth. It's like,
No.
no, that's just not how that works.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to catch Koraidon. Whoops.
Oh, is he still there for you?
He sure is.
Do you want to catch him before we get our next sandwich, or no?
Nah.
Okay.
Actually, I think the sandwich... Oh, I got 1:20 left on my sandwich. Is yours still weird?
I have a minute left.
Okay, so it's not as weird as it has been. We're only about 15 seconds off of each other.
I will
Before,
say,
it was like
watching...
the whole last minute.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with the timer sometimes. Because you think if we're able to be in each other's world and see the Pokemon we spawn, that there shouldn't be that massive time difference.
No.
But then again, I feel like Nintendo still has no idea how the internet works.
I don't think they do.
Like, it took them so long to do online Mario Party, and even then it's still super laggy. It's like, holy shit, more than one person logged on.
And I get how the key people and basically the main players of the Pokemon Company and Nintendo and stuff like that are all going to be like veteran businessmen that, you know, are a little up there in age and whatnot. But like, it's like the same 10 people that were there in like the early 90s. It's like, yeah, you guys can make great games, but do you think you might need like a fucking breath of fresh air, maybe? Some fucking new ideas?
It took them this long to finally come out with a good Mario movie, so...
Yeah, but how much influence did Nintendo have on the movie, though?
I think it's the same. It's probably very similar to the Sonic movies, where like it was probably mostly the like fans of the series that wrote for it. And honestly, that's for the best.
And Nintendo was just like, yeah, okay, you can do the thing. Okay, well, my sandwich is done, and I guess I win with my one shiny.
Yeah, you do.
Because we didn't have Encounter on.
Yeah, it's like, I don't remember Glamorna being part ghost, but maybe I just have a shitty memory, and then I kept seeing like other ones, like, oh, we don't have Encounter.
We don't. But yeah, according to the sandwich calculator, sparkling title Encounter, all we need is 2 tomatoes, a salty, and a spicy.
So I'll go for Fairy next?
Yeah, let's do Fairy. We can dual hunt Screamtail and Fluttermane. I'm going to be gunning for Fluttermane. Screamtail is going to be like an afterthought.
Well, yeah, we have been trying so hard to get a Fluttermane.
It's only been like 2-3 weeks.
I think this is our third time trying it, yeah.
It is! Ah, pain.
But Now that you have Scarlet, it should be a lot easier time getting or looking for it.
Yeah, but I wanna save like my good shiny hunts for stream.
Oh,
Oh.
game lagged for a second.
Okay, I'm in the sandwich. So tomato, and I will do the salty. You do the spicy.
Next, and then look for spicy. I keep scrolling down, going, where the heck are my spicy herbs?
Alright. I don't have that many salty. I only have 2 more after this.
No, I can use the next one. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I mean,
It
it's
didn't
still
disappear.
it's still
It
on the
didn't
sandwich.
disappear. It didn't disappear. I'm not gonna touch it. Oh crap. Go over here. And you'll go here.
Did it fall? Did it count as fall off? Fell off?
I don't know. I don't know.
It did.
It's still on the sandwich for me.
It's still on the sandwich. Somehow.
Holy shit, I don't I saved that.
Mop, why is the tomato on the wall?
I don't
know.
My screen, if you look at my screen, the tomato's still kind of like tiny bit on the sandwich. Like,
A Tasty Mop original. Okay, we got encounter, title, and sparkling fairy. Cool.
Okay.
Lord.
If I could go without fucking up a sandwich for this stream, I would like that.
Number of streams since Mop has fucked up a sandwich. 0.
Also, I can't tell if Jesse's like mop in regards to the sandwich or something else we were talking about.
Your errant tomato.
At least the game was nice to us. I won't complain.
At least we still have the encounter power. Shiny Screamtail has red eyes and a purple tail instead of pink.
Okay.
But with our luck, it's gonna spawn in a fucking wall.
Yeah, probably. That's how it works.
How it always works. As I immediately see one spawn in a wall. Well, if it did spawn in that wall, it fell through the earth.
Just fell into the void.
There's a platform over here that I've never noticed. I don't even think I've noticed this in Violet. Screamtail, I don't want to fight you. Thank you for moving. And then another one just moves into the way. Give me the TM!
Give it to me, damn it. Oh my gosh, I see you trying so hard to avoid them.
I'm just gonna kill it. Die. Why is Screamtail always just...
Oh, that's a lot of Screamtail. Is this where you were? Yeah, this is where you are.
Yeah. One of them should
There's
be
no
dead.
TM on my screen, but I can, I see the army of Screamtails on this rock.
Outraged. Yeah, I don't think I even got this on Violet.
Oh wow.
I should come back here. Where is my usual crystal?
Okay, it's still daytime, but it's been daytime for a bit, so hopefully it'll go nighttime soon.
I think daytime lasts like 60. It's not exactly an hour. It's like 65 minutes or something weird. Daytime and nighttime. They're not exactly an hour each.
Still don't know why they would give us an open world game, but not give us the ability to change the time of day or even the weather.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I could not, for the life of me, find rain to get Gudra today, to get my shiny
Oh
charm.
no.
I was just like, Kyle, I'm just gonna trade you a Gudra from my Violet game. Then I'm gonna swap games. Then you're gonna trade it to me in Scarlet, and then I'm gonna trade it back to you. I'm gonna hop back on Violet, and you're gonna trade it back to me because I actually used that Gudra.
Well, like if moves like Rain Dance and Sunny Day and all that, they didn't exist, I'd be like, okay, so we can't really control it. But they have existed for so long, like, why not utilize it?
Yeah. Still want Nightfall to be a thing.
That would be really cool. Yeah, just a way to help power up, like it could power up both dark types and ghost types.
Or something. Or, like, that's something that's never really made sense to me. Like, why is Ghost weak to Dark?
Yeah. I get why Psychic is weak to Ghost and, like, Bug, but I don't get why Ghost is weak to Dark.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Then again, the weirdest one to me is that fighting is weak to flying. That one's the weird one to me.
Yeah, It's like one of the type matchings I learned very early on, but I never exactly knew why. Wings beat Brawn somehow. Okay.
Or why does Bug resist fighting? What?
And
Okay,
like maybe it's the idea of like a cockroach, but
maybe? I have no idea, but it's just like, you step on bugs to make them not alive.
yeah, it's like the one thing that bugs can't really gain a resistance to is literally being squished.
Oh, unless you're a tick or something, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
You can't really squish them.
But then opossums exist.
Just eat them.
Do monkeys also eat ticks, or is it just whatever they find?
They'll eat anything. I was actually, of course, wasting time on TikTok, and one of them was like horror stories from zookeepers. Like, you might think you want to work in a zoo, but boy howdy, let me tell you,
It's not a fun time.
it's not a fun time. It's just mostly stories of like, my job is 75% scooping poop, 25 or 24% dealing with animals throwing poop, and 1% actually spending time with animals. I was like, yeah, that checks out. I'm pretty sure if Leo could throw poop, he would.
Leo, no.
God.
I don't think I'll ever get over that one time where Leo had such a bad, like, something was going on with his bladder, and it was literally just because he was stressed over the couch being different.
Yep. We got rid of our old couch, and it stressed him out so bad that he stopped peeing and had to go to the emergency vet to be catheterized and drained.
Like, Leo, you can't keep doing this, buddy.
He's sitting right next to me and cleaning his leg, making that, like, slurping, schlorping noise. And it's just... Cat. I saw a Fluttermane.
I've been seeing many Fluttermane. Or, wait, no, not Fluttermane, Screamtail.
Oh, I've seen tons of Screamtails, but I saw one Fluttermane.
It still says it's daytime on mine.
Yeah, same. Leo got upset with me. So I was laying on the couch, and typically he lays like on top of the couch, like on the back seat of the couch.
Mm-hmm.
And he's totally fine being up there. Once in a very great while, he will like come down and actually like nest on the seat of the couch and just be completely in the way of you just wanting to lounge on the couch. Like, he'll lay in the very middle of the couch, and it's just like you can only sit upright and only upright. No crossing your legs, no nothing, no getting comfortable. Suffer. And he's just a lump. So when you like try to like move him, he plays dead. He's just like, I am limp and you cannot move me. And he did that today.
I will do everything in my power to be in your way today.
He did that today, so I built a fort out of pillows on the other couch. And I just picked him up and I put him in there, and his face was just like, I don't like this, but I'm going to stay in here. And there he stayed for like 4 hours. It's like, cool, I get the couch to myself again. Screamtail.
Make a makeshift cushion for him or something.
He's such a weird cat. Like, you can... he's had so many cat beds. It's not even funny. Does he ever lay in any of them? No.
But Nick, that would make sense. Cats don't make sense.
There was once a piece of paper left on our coffee table, and he was just like, this is the best bed ever. It's like, God damn it, cat. Why is nothing good for you?
Spend all the money in the world for them, and they're like, no, this like thrown out box that's been laying here for years, this is like the best fucking thing ever.
And that's him. 100,000% Leo. Like, oh, you spent money on this? I don't want this. How dare you? But this piece of garbage. I love this.
It's perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better. It's like, damn it. I kind of wonder if Screamtail was like originally a scrapped version of a Jellypuff evolution design.
Jigglypuff?
Or yeah, Jigglypuff, sorry. And they were like, hey, this design is still cool though. What if we use it for this?
When I first saw Screamtail, I was just like, ew. I didn't like it. And then I saw the future versions, and I was like, wow, I hate all of these. There's no winning with me. I'm doing the rock thing, and I'm only getting like 4 spawns. I wonder if it's because we're in a Union Circle if we just get limited spawns that way, just so the game doesn't lose its mind.
Yeah, I don't know. There are times where it feels like it's spawning Pokemon at a normal rate, and then other times it feels like it's barely any.
Yeah. Well, it's sunset. How much time do we have left? We have 15 minutes left and it's sunset now, so...
Start moving back down to the lowest level.
I'm gonna spend a few minutes on the rock. Just to see how it goes. I am gonna try and actually stream this on Sunday tomorrow. I haven't done that in, what, 3 weeks?
Oh yeah, like we... Yeah, because we've been doing the Saturday, or, well, I've been helping with the Saturday one, but then, yeah. Oh, what?
What'd you see?
Dude, I think a Fluttermane spawned in the ground, but I don't believe it's shiny, but it's just
Oh, if you
stuck in...
use your left trigger to target and then look at where it is, you might be able to throw a ball through the ground. It's Screamtail.
Yeah,
it's not
I
shiny.
figured it's not shiny.
I need to
They're
figure out how to
valiant
get
shiny.
your stream to work on my Streamlabs.
Yeah, you could probably show it on like a corner of your screen. I don't know if it would be laggy or not from Discord, but
I'm not sure.
There.
The template that I use for Streamlabs has got a scene for it for doing a dual stream, but I have no idea how to like actually like link it up and like do the thing.
I have thought about like streaming as well, like but on my Twitch, but I was also like, but I don't want to accidentally take viewers away from it.
Wow. Can't believe Mop wants to take all 3 of my current viewers. A third of which are me on my phone.
Well, there come the Fluttermanes.
Oh. Biggest downside to using this big crystal next to this rock is that the crystal like distorts the colors so badly.
Oh yeah. So it makes you think you might possibly be looking at a shiny, but then no.
No. And then it's just like, nah, just kidding. Checking the floor. Fluttermanes! They do exist.
I can tell it's nighttime when a whole shitload of them spawn in.
I'm so used to looking at Fluttermane playing competitive and just hunting for this damn thing that when I was completing my Pokedex today and I had to go get a Misdreavus, I was just like, it looks wrong. Like, it looks incomplete.
And it's like, oh yeah. by all the Fluttermanes spawning in, but I'm also like, where are you? Where's the shine?
Where's the green, baby? And I've said before on my stream that a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, really hate the green shinies. And for the most part, I really like the green shinies. But, and this is a big but, some of them are kind of ugly. Like Cantonian Tauros, or Hitmonlee, or I'm trying to think of another really ugly green shiny. Those ones just stand out as particularly bad green shinies. But like, there are people. Mop, there are people. There are people who think that Espeon is a bad green shiny, and I'm just like, you need to leave.
I like it.
It's acid green. It's not like puke green, like Cantonian Tauros or Hitmonlee.
It's not pea soup green.
No. It's acid green, and it looks good.
And it's a different, like, I don't know, I like it when shinies kind of give, like, a different aesthetic feel from the original, but not in such a horribly contrasting way.
Yeah. Oh wow, looked on the wall and there's a Screamtail and 2 Fluttermanes in the wall.
Okay.
I would have cried if one of those were shiny. "10 minutes, let's go." I'm just doomed to never get this thing on stream.
You watch, like, the moment stream ends, you find a shiny one. It's like, damn it.
Yeah, find one without a sandwich and it's just like, you bastard.
Just there to spite you.
Just out of spite, just gonna say hi.
So it feels like the Fluttermane spawn, like spawning in the water area, and then Screamtail only in the land. On the land, sorry.
Just as you said that, a Screamtail just spawned in the water.
Yeah, it literally spawned on my screen too. Never fucking mind.
See, like right now, I feel like I'm getting a normal amount of spawns, but like on the rock with the crystal, half, if not less.
Is it like a special rock or something?
I don't know. Oh, the rock that I was hunting on, it's just where a lot of people go, where you can just go back and forth and just distance spawn them out and then spawn them back in, spawn them out, spawn them back in. And it's just really, really easy and convenient to just be in one area. Keeping my eyes trained for any kind of green, and I keep seeing the green in the crystals, and I'm just like, oh.
Oh, don't tell me. Okay. I saw a Fluttermane disappear, and I was like, please don't tell me nighttime ended already. And it didn't. That one just decided to cease. Just stop existing.
Goodbye, cruel universe. Just checking out. Oh, after this sandwich, I'm gonna take a little break though.
Okay.
So, 7 minutes. Ooh. Oh, Mopper birthday's next week.
It is. Is there anything special you're going to do for it?
So one of my favorite YouTubers is actually going to be in Fargo doing a speaking event.
Ooh.
I did put it in the Discord, and all of my friends did not respond to it and did not show interest when I was like, hey, does anybody want to go to this with me? And nobody showed any interest or any support, so I'll just go by myself on my birthday.
Well, I mean, I would show interest, but I wouldn't be able to be there in person.
I mean, you have an excuse. You have, like, an entire country in the way. And U.S. Border Patrol to worry about. So I'm gonna do that in the evening. And, like, the way that it, like, it fell so perfectly in the week, too. Oh, why? Oh, there we go. My controller desynced. That was weird. And the way it fell in the week was just, like, perfect timing, perfect everything. And it's after work. I don't have to take time off of work to go to it, and it's just fantastic. I do, though, want to go to Barnes & Noble either tomorrow or on Monday and go grab one of her newest books and have her sign it. If she's doing a signing at all. I don't even know what kind of speaking event it's going to be, if she's even going to be like, yeah, I'm going to sign everybody's books, or if she's going to just be like, here's my spiel, okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. But yeah.
Does it feel like we're fucking cursed with the Flutter Mane?
I don't know. I just looked at my time and we've got 4 minutes left, and I was so optimistic at like the 12-minute mark. Now it's 4 minutes and I'm just like, ugh. And like I've for the last couple of shiny Saturdays that we've done in the thumbnail, I have hidden a shiny Fluttermane in the thumbnail. And it's just like, it just doesn't happen.
Baby, come home. Well, I was gonna comment like, hey, you put a shiny Great Tusk and we actually found one last time. It's like, maybe you need to put a shiny Fluttermane. So when you say that, I'm like, oh, he's already been doing that.
I did.
Trying our best to will it into existence.
Yeah, you might not be able to see it like if you pull it up on your phone, but if you pull it up on like your living room TV or something, you might be able to see it in the thumbnail. Springtail, I swear to God. If you ruin this for me.
shiny ghost fairy baby. Where are you?
Cursed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you found one. I was gonna be like, no.
I just suddenly, like, it just, the sound effect happened. I was like, what? Because it's that thing again where, like, didn't load in, but still aggroed on me, and then as soon as the battle ended, it just disappeared.
Yeah. My favorite is when I, like, am running through the desert or something, like hatching eggs, and then I'll run, like, not close to a wall, but just, like, in the general vicinity of a wall, and then my character stops, and I'm just like, what? What? And then a Pokemon just, like, jumps, like, 50 feet out of the wall and in front of me, and it's just like, oh, okay. I guess, hi. Guess we're doing this.
Fucking Houdini, just like, where the fuck did you come from?
Like, this is my wall, get away.
At least there's some... Like, at least I can kind of understand if a ghost type spawns in the wall. It's like, okay, well, you can face through shit, so...
But, like, Rufflet, like, you're a bird, sir.
How the hell did you get in there?
Why are you inside the wall? I have 8 seconds.
I think mine ran out. Yeah, it did. Because the Mora started spawning. No!
And I think I'm out. There's nothing else is spawning now. Yeah, I'm out. Well, I'm gonna fly back to the Zero Gate.
When did trying to find a shiny Fluttermane just become trying to find the Holy Grail? Like,
I have no idea. Like,
oh right, I can just fly out of here.
yeah, easy.
I don't know why I keep forgetting about.
Oh, okay,
that.
now it rains. Oh, okay, then it stopped raining immediately just to taunt me. Alright. I am gonna be right back.
Okay.
Alright, I am back. Do we have a mop?
Yes, we do.
Unfortunately, Mop has died.
Well, shit. There I go.
I was on my little break. I was scrolling through Reddit, and somebody posted, "I see your American section, and I present you with the Canadian section of my supermarket in France." And it's just every flavor of maple syrup you can imagine. Like, the whole shelf is just maple syrup, and it's just like, that's on point. Alright, I have joined the picnic, and I want to make a sandwich. Okay, so, before we get into the sandwich, just yet, do we want to continue on Fluttermane?
I kind of want to, just to try to knock it out, but I'm also like...
Just out of spite, okay.
Like, I don't... What do you think?
Well, I did a sandwich calculator. If we each do a red onion, one red onion each, a salty and a spicy, that will give us sparkling title and encounter for Ghost.
Okay. Hang on, before we do that, I'm just thinking timing-wise with the day.
But if we find a shiny anyway, it'll spawn.
That's true. It's... Because it's shown, like, it will spawn, it just is like, oh shit, I shouldn't exist, hang on.
But it shouldn't spawn out, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So let's do red onion, and I'll do the salty, you do the spicy.
Okay, so one red onion, or what?
Okay, yeah. Do your red onion, go to the next screen. How many spicy, how many salty do you have? You have 6 spicy and 4 salty. You do the salty, I'll do the spicy. Because I have 2 salty. And I only have 2 spicy too. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, you're doing the
salty. Whatever.
Okay, I'll do the spicy.
Alright, so like that's it, just red onion and salty?
Yep.
Okay.
You need some picks. You're almost out of picks.
I keep forgetting that's a thing I need. You'd think you would just need the ingredients, but no, apparently you also need a pick for it.
You need the pick.
Okay.
Mop, please don't throw your onions at the wall!
Oh! Oh!
Okay, we should be fine.
I...
We should be fine. I think we can lose an onion.
If we don't, I'm fucking remaking the sandwich right then. I'm so mad because I keep forgetting you have to...
Immediately throws the onion at the wall.
I'm trying to... What Pokemon was making noise in my ear?
Okay, let's see what we got. We gotta eat the sandwich. Our salty, spicy, oniony sandwich. It's a lot of bread. Okay.
Okay, good.
Sparkling title and encounter. Okay, cool.
Holy shit. Okay, I hate this game.
We did it.
We're gonna make all of the ingredients just bouncy as hell, but the moment they just don't touch the bread anymore, it ceases to exist and they fuck up the sandwich altogether.
I'm sorry, you wanted a good sandwich? I wonder what kind of food stuff we're going to get in the next generation. Because we got... What did we get? In Gen 4, we had Poffins. In Gen 5, we had... Did we have a food in Gen 5? To make? I don't remember.
Hang on, it says encounter power... Oh.
Yeah,
oh, when I looked at it, all the other Pokemon that weren't Ghost type just disappeared. They're like, oh shit, right, hang on. Boop.
Well, as soon as I got in the cave, Fluttermane started spawning, so...
Look at all the Fluttermanes.
good. This is a good sign. We finally got a functional sandwich.
Just took 10 tries. Or however many times we tried making a sandwich.
And then I have one spawn right on top of me.
You're kind of in the wall, but you're not a shiny, so that's okay.
How many alligator Pokemon are there now? There's... For alligator...
I was gonna say crocodile, but that's literally crocodiles.
Well, I mean... Gator. Crocodile. We're gonna really split those hairs?
Yeah. I feel like there should be more, but I can't think of more.
After it took us like 25 years to get a dolphin.
It's not even a dolphin I like, but whatever.
I mean, it's cute.
It's cute. I don't care for the evolution. At least design-wise, it just kind of looks weird.
Oh, well, it's hero form. Yeah, but I don't care for its hero form. It's kind of creepy. Like it's giving very like what's the Japanese mermaid? Ningen is what it is. The Japanese like person, dolphin, whale, fish thing. Like it's not exactly a mermaid. It's just everything creepy about you could think of putting a human torso on the end of a Piscean kind of animal.
You're in the ground, but you're not shiny, so that's okay.
I guess I'll just stay in the ground.
This is my spot. Ooh, I not mean to run into you.
Ah. I got really lucky today too when I was doing the Austin John Plays trade code things. I got matched up with a Japanese. Oh, I got a. Oh my god, I got one.
Yeah! Oh, it's up there? Oh, shit. Oh, that's so awesome.
Finally.
We broke the curse.
God.
10 years later.
I just realized I don't have anything that really, like, resists Flutter Mane.
Oh. Worst case scenario, just...
Keep swapping.
I actually don't know. Yeah.
You know what? A Dusk Ball would look nice, because it's got green and red in it. I don't really have a good way to weaken it either.
Yeah, I realized, like, oh yeah, I made sure to put False Swipe on my Iron Valley, and like, oh, but it's normal type.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it's been... I think we got False Swipe in, like, Gen 2 or Gen 3? And it's been how many years, and we still don't have a good way to, like, False Swipe ghosts?
It's like, ghosts are already dead, you can't make them be close to death again.
So I'm just gonna huck balls until I get it in one. Hey, we found one map!
We did it!
Actually, my Luxray has Bite. Bite should not knock it out. It should do a good amount of damage, but it should
Oh,
knock
right,
it
because
out.
it's part fairy. That's right.
Yeah, it's gonna do neutral damage. And Bite is like 40 base damage. If it just knocks it out, I'm just gonna scream. I'm just gonna leave. Oh my god!
Did it?
Look at its health!
I'm waiting for the stream to catch up. Holy shit! Oh, okay, so no more damage ever. Alright.
No.
And I don't think Flutter Mane knows any self-damaging moves.
I don't
either,
think it does. Does it know? It doesn't know, like...
It also doesn't know Curse or Perish Song, from what I can tell.
Okay, good.
Or anything like that.
And we got it on a crit cap. Okay.
Woo! We are no longer cursed. We got a shiny.
Bite shouldn't do much damage. Goes to do the entire thing's health. Panic! It has like no defense. That's why it did so much damage.
Oh damn. The only problem with shiny hunting is that it makes it a lot more difficult to try to find one that has good stats.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really super matter. But in that catching screen, like, I kind of want it to have good defenses so I can whittle it down a little bit. But no,
Yeah.
This one has a negative nature and its IVs were only decent, so it's like less than 10.
It's like a glass cannon right there. Fuck.
We finally got one. It's been 20 years. It's been 84 years. I can still smell the fresh paint.
He just took a Flutter Mane and painted it.
Well, I mean, that quota's apt today. Today's the anniversary of that thing sinking. And that old lady throwing that thing in the ocean.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay, cool.
It's all, today's my mom's birthday, and I always joke with her that, you know, nothing good happens on her birthday. Like, the Titanic sank, Lincoln got shot, it's tax day.
I mean, our birthday ain't too much better, but...
No, it's really not.
Listen, I still don't like the fact that I'm half German, but then my birthday, I have to share it with that fucking asshole.
I was gonna say, we have our special German leader, who I'm not gonna say on stream, because YouTube is probably gonna see that and go, no, 9.
999.
What else happened on that day? Columbine, so that was fun.
On your mom's birthday?
No, on ours.
Oh, fuck. Real, damn it. I did not know that. That's shitty. Oh, let me guess, it's daytime. Yeah, it is. That's okay.
Yeah, we'll still get the shiny.
It turns daytime, it just ceases to exist in your box.
I am gonna go down onto the ground. Hi, Koraidon. I forgot to come get you. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, so the Miraidon I caught, it has the mark, the Gourmand.
Oh,
and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, somebody gave it that. That just means that it's eaten sandwiches before.
Oh.
So, whoever had that Miraidon loved it enough to have it in their party, feed it a couple sandwiches, and then just unceremoniously dump it on your porch.
That just... Well, that makes me think it's less special. I was like, oh, holy shit, it has a mark. I want to keep it. And then I'm like, oh, but I want Koraidon.
I mean, you could just do the trade code again and just get someone else's Koraidon.
Yeah. And whoever else needs the Miraidon can have it.
Ugh. Come on, we got one.
We got one.
But without Pokemon Home, I can't transfer it to Violet as easily. I gotta bother either you or Kyle to host it and then trade it over to Violet. We can do that after the stream. If it's not too late.
It shouldn't be.
I got another one.
Oh fuck! Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, it looks very yellow from the back. I didn't realize that.
Okay, this time I'm just gonna throw dusk balls. I'm not gonna bite it.
Especially if it might get a crit and just did.
Yeah, that would be my luck. Oh look, Shadow Ball on my Ghost Croc. I should have brought like...
Let me guess, this is the one you're fighting. Yes, it is. At least I made sure to check before I freaked out again, like, like with the Volcarona.
Yeah. Shiny! No, Mop,
Yeah,
that's the one I'm...
shiny. It's literally the one you're fighting.
We just can't see each other. Am I at that point in Scarlet now that I can't catch Pokemon without quick caps? I bet I am. I bet when you just get to the end of the game, it's just like, nah, you can't catch Pokemon normally.
Oh man, I was watching some videos about people who speedrun Pokemon games, and there's a lot of, like, particularly I was talking about RNG manipulation, and it's like in people who speedrun Emerald, they actually skip getting the Master Ball, and they found a way to RNG manipulate catching Rayquaza in just a regular Pokeball.
Huh.
Which I think it had less than 1% chance of it working, especially at full health. But somehow, they figured out a way to mess with the RNG where it basically guarantees it. And I'm like, I don't know how the hell you guys figured that out, but also that's pretty cool.
Okay, I'm gonna try and attack it. I'm gonna use Magical Leaf, which does neutral damage. It just lowered my special attack. Magical Leaf is like base 60 attack. And Flutter Mane is especially defensive. Okay, it lowered my special attack again.
Okay, so it should be getting closer to just hitting it.
Okay,
with
super
paper.
non-lethal.
Okay.
But I don't think Sylveon is gonna live. And Sylveon goes down.
Well, at least you're not doing a Nuzlocke.
Yeah.
I might do another Nuzlocke stream, but I'll probably do the way I've seen a lot more people do it, where instead of grinding levels the old-fashioned way, just spawn in a shit ton of rare candy. And like, I think there's like a level limit for each gym, but it just makes it a lot nicer to run through. Nice. I saw that catch.
The Pokemon from the outbreak have disappeared. What?
I saw that too, and I don't know what it means.
Oh, your time, the outbreaks in your game just changed over.
That's weird, because it's 7:39 here.
Well, what's the time on your Switch? I can't see the outbreaks.
7:39.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Whatever. Well, damn, now you got two shinies to choose between.
I got choices.
Gee, Nick, why does Nintendo let you have two shinies?
Golly gee, Billy. curse is over. The evil has been destroyed. Cabin in the Woods was such a good movie.
I don't think I ever saw it, but I've definitely have heard that line before.
And I'm sure you've seen GIFs of it. It's like a bunch of like Japanese school children that are just like, the evil has been destroyed.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that GIF. I love it when people use it appropriately. It's just like, just perfect.
But I will say, if you've never seen that movie and you don't know the plot, that is one movie that I would have been upset about being spoilered on, and I don't really care about spoilers, but you should definitely watch it. 1000%. It is a very good movie. Even if you hate horror movies, watch Cabin in the Woods.
I don't hate horror movies. I'm just...
Even if you're a giant baby.
I am a giant baby, that's the thing. I
Even
was
if you're a
thinking about
giant
that
baby,
too. Like, I'm the same way with like scary games. It's like I don't hate them. In fact, some of them I'm like I actually want to try playing it, but I know when I do, I'm just gonna be like just a whiny baby constantly screaming, and people have to keep coming up to me like, "Are you okay?"
Mop, I've played Minecraft with you with creepers.
Listen, Minecraft can be genuinely scary, okay?
Minecraft, the new Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's funny how that when I first saw Five Nights at Freddy's, it genuinely scared the crap out of me, and now I look at it and I'm like, how did this scare me?
The twisted, like, buzzing, screeching noise that the animatronics makes, like, creeps me out. But other than that, it didn't do anything for me.
I think it's also when I realized that the way Five Nights at Freddy's...
Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's. How it's made, like, where it's more, like, 2D meant to look 3D. It was like, oh, okay. I don't know, sometimes it's like when you learn more about the mechanics of a game, too, it's like, well, that makes it a lot less scary. But I know, like, there's one game I want to play, but I also know, like, I can never play it in VR, or I will literally cry. And that's, like, the Resident Evil, like, 7 and 8. They look so good, but it's like, if it's in VR, I can't run away. I can't hide at the pause screen. I'm gonna be very, very baby mode.
I've never really gotten into like horror games at all, but I loved the Fatal Frame series so much.
Oh, man. The clips I've seen of it are so genuinely scary, and yet I love the gameplay and the concepts of it so much.
I loved that game. The second one, not as great. Not like the first one. Stellar. Amazing game. Second one, kind of disappointing. Third one, amazing. I think there was a fourth one too, but I don't think I played it.
Was it on the Wii U?
I think so.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they came out with a, not super recent, but recent enough where it was like a good number of years.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the Wii U game wasn't very good, but yeah, like I've seen people play the Fatal Frame games, and it's just like, yeah, that is genuinely horrifying, and yet the fact that you have to fight the ghost with the camera, like if you want to get rid of the threat, you actually have to like go up to it
and face it.
Yeah, it's like, that is so creative. I love it and hate it. Like, I love it that they did that, but also I would never play it.
And how close you can get in like their whatever their weak spot is, whether it be their chest or their face or whatever. How close you can get to it and get a good picture off of that is how much damage you do to it, or how much purification you take from it.
Yeah, it's like the better quality picture too, I think. Like,
Yep. Better film. I like that the better quality film that you have, the more purification you do to these spirits. Like, damn, okay, I could just come in here with like a handful of salt and just like start banishing bitches. But now I got this camera.
there are a lot of horror games where I'm like, I will never play it, but I do have a lot of respect for the way it's designed and the way it plays.
Yeah, and the story was pretty good too, because you're also like in addition to just taking pictures of ghosts and stuff, you're also solving a mystery of like what happened in the house and what happened more recently, like what happened to these people and what happened in the distant past, what happened in the recent past. Oh, they're just such good games. Hello, barely existing Fluttermane. I'm sorry your existence is pain.
Just, oh.
In and out. Oh my god, I got another one!
Did you really find a third one? That's
I got
awesome.
a third one.
You know what? I haven't found any, but I'm also glad that you're finding them because I know how badly you've been wanting one.
We've gone, what, 2-3 weeks without a single one, and we get 3 in one sandwich?
Hell yeah, I'll take it.
I forgot to heal my Pokemon.
Oh, whoops.
I'm just gonna let Skeledirge die here.
I actually forgot for a long time that ghost types were similar to dragon, where like their own type is super effective against themselves.
Yeah. I'm so glad that they brought in fairies to, like, check dragons, because that was kind of ridiculous that their only effective weakness was ice, which is, like, the worst defensive type ever.
And themselves, which dragons are also hard to get.
Yep. And like, it basically forced you to bring a water type with Ice Beam. Constantly. Like, if you saw a water type, you're like, yep, that one's got Ice Beam on it, because you know it does.
I think that's why for a while I kept thinking, like, dragon types just feel like the easy way to say, like, this is difficult. Of course, I say that without ever having fought Cynthia, who I believe is genuinely, like, a very difficult fight.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's like, either you get a nice type that's probably not going to last very long. You get lucky and find a dragon and hope that the other one will die first. Or you get a water type with an ice type move. And like, that was just frustrating.
God. So, I did buy, what was it? Shining Diamond and Brilliant Pearl?
Yeah. Or Brilliant Diamond.
Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Yeah. I got Diamond, and, like, Gen 4 was, like, it is my least favorite generation.
I don't care for it either. I have a lot of friends who love it, and I'm just like,
yeah,
okay.
Gameplay-wise, Generation 4 is my least favorite. But it has some of my favorite aspects, like the physical special split, online play, Cynthia. Like, it had a lot going for it, and the original Underground was amazing. But just gameplay-wise, like, Gen 4 was, like, least favorite. Hands down.
Yeah, I remember I was trying so hard to get myself to stay focused to finish the game. And I'm trying to remember. There's like this part where you go through the mountains and snow area, and that just felt like such a slog to get through.
Not to mention that when you go through the snow, it intentionally slows you down and you get stuck. And you have to, like, wiggle back and forth to get out of the snow and continue forward. Just like in the swamp down south, it's just like, why did you do this?
It's not a terrible idea, but make sure there's definitely a path that isn't affected by it.
Yeah, even if it's, like, out of the way, and I have to go through extra grass, I don't care. But don't just, like, throw me in a pit and just, like, say good luck.
Yeah, I just remember that part of the game annoyed me so much, I just stopped playing and I did not pick it up since.
Yeah, I don't blame you, to be honest. But, like, one of my biggest gripes about Gen 4 was that we got so many unnecessary evolutions to Pokemon that absolutely not only did not need them, but just make no goddamn sense whatsoever. Like, Lickitung into Licky Licky. We didn't need that. Nobody wanted that. Nobody asked for that.
No. The one I could think of that I don't really know if it needed it design-wise, but I know was really good competitively was Weavile.
Yes, Weavile was very good back in the day. Not so much anymore. But Weavile, very good evolution. I'm glad it's there. I'm trying to think of other, like, terrible things that Gen 4
What's that
gave
one,
us.
Rhyperion? Oh,
Rhyperior.
shiny!
Oh, you got one? You cool.
Yeah!
Mop got one. And we only have like 2 minutes left on our sandwich.
I am so tempted just for a quick ball. It's probably not going to work, but I'll try it.
And it works.
It's probably not going to work, crit. Okay, that's fine. I'll still take it.
Hey, Mop, remember that one time we couldn't find Fluttermane for 2 weeks and then we get 4 of them in one sandwich? Mop caught a Fluttermane.
I was like expecting like just running around like I'm not gonna find one. That's fine. And then all of a sudden just okay. Hi.
Green baby.
And look, just under 2 minutes for me.
Same. Our time is synced up.
What?
What?
The internet, Nintendo servers are working? Well, as much as you can call it working with the fact that we can't see each other and no one knows if that's intentional or
my
a bug.
God.
Did you find you found another one, didn't you?
I sure did.
Holy shit. We not only
I sure did, Mop.
the game was like, we heard you wanted a shiny Fluttermane. And it has booster energy.
It sure does, Mop.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna run out of Dusk Balls.
Is that 5 altogether then?
That is 5
like,
altogether we've found.
Holy crap.
God. And we found all of these in the daytime.
Yep.
I have my own Fluttermane now.
Your 4 shiny Fluttermanes of your own now.
I got my pick. We got 30 seconds on the sandwich left. I'm gonna find a 5th. I'm gonna do it.
I fucking believe in you. You got this.
20 seconds. Let's do it.
No, I don't think sprinting will help me, but...
Yes, I'm gonna waste time saving. The last thing I need is this fucking game to just crash.
Oh, that would be the fucking worst. And my sandwich ran out.
And so did mine.
Holy shit, though. 5 on one sandwich. Not mean to do that.
Alrighty, we can move on.
No.
Ahab found his whale.
5 times!
Lordy. Alright. What is next on my list? We could do Brute Bonnet. We can do that outside, though. We don't have to be inside.
Yeah?
Do we want to do... Well, if we do it outside, we should do... I'm trying to think of dark or grass.
Um, oh, I'm trying to remember. There was one. We did one of those before and we ran into an issue, but I can't remember which typing it was.
I don't remember either. Well, we did Flutter or Slitherwing that one weekend, and we screwed it up and did fire, and it's like Slitherwing's not even fire. It's bug fighting.
We did get two, 2 to 3 shiny Volcarona, I think.
Yeah, so I mean,
It
yay!
was definitely not a bad time.
Smoked fillet. Okay, I'm gonna punch this into the sandwich calculator to make sure it works. I've got a lot of bitter.
Oh. Oh shit, I was looking at the marks. I didn't realize that shiny Dedenne had a mark on it.
Ooh, what mark does it have?
Partner.
Aw.
So it's like a mark for a friendly Pokemon. Title conferred Dedenne, the reliable partner. Aw. I love that.
Mop, do you have Sweet Herba Mystica?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know how much I have, but I definitely have a couple. Let's see.
Okay. So we can do 2 smoked fillets, salty and
Okay,
sweet.
I have 3 sweet. Okay, but anyway, sorry.
Okay, save. Just get in a good habit of saving.
Never hurts to save.
And throw down that picnic. Oh no, I don't want to redecorate.
Oh, no, I don't want to talk to Iron Valiant. I want to make a sandwich. Iron Valiant, I love you, but I need to make the sandwich.
Make a sandwich. Alright. You do a smoked fillet and a sweet.
Oh, do I? Okay, I do have a smoked fillet. Okay. And sweet. Okay.
Alright. And this will give us sparkling title and encounter dark. Leo just is asleep next to me and he just snored and it scared the crap out of me.
I feel like I have to be extra fucking careful with the ingredients.
But please do not throw the fish at the wall. And then one of them just disappeared for no reason.
They're all there for me.
Alright.
Oh my gosh, I saw that on your stream that one of them disappeared. It's still on the sandwich on my screen though. So hopefully that didn't mess.
It shouldn't, because it's still technically on the sandwich for me, even though it's inside the sandwich. A Tasty Mop original. Sparkling title and encounter. Cool.
Nice. Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Oh, I didn't check my Fluttermanes for marks.
Yeah, my Fluttermane doesn't have a mark, but you have a higher chance of having one with a mark.
Yeah. I got 4.
Nice.
Okay,
so trying to remember. They don't spawn high up, but they don't really spawn. I think just 3.
Okay. 2 of them have marks, and both of them are the uncommon mark.
Ooh.
Ooh. And I think I just saw one of them had a 0 IV and attack, which is, like, ideal.
Ooh, nice.
And
Okay, yeah, I think
ahead.
research number 3 is good because I just saw 2 brute bonnets spawn right there.
Okay.
And Are they like? I'm trying to remember. Are they like Among Us where they have purple on the top? Or
Yeah, it'll be like bright purpley blue. Like
okay.
you can't mistake it. I mean, if you do, Mop, I have news. You're colorblind.
That would definitely be news to me, considering I spent a lot of time studying color theory.
Hey, by the way, that whole thing that you've been studying for, throw it out the window. Garbage. You physically can't do it anymore.
Shit. Oh, B Sharp's also spawning, but I am not against that.
Also, blue.
Oh, okay, that Brute Bonnet spawned in the wall, but it's not shiny, so it's fine. I like the Brute Bonnets. They just look like mushroom dinos to me.
I mean, that's what they are.
No, I wouldn't expect to add like a tail to it, and yeah, I love that.
Oh, mushroom, why do you have a tail? I wonder if this mushroom's a mimic.
Oh, wait a minute.
Speaking of mimics, the D&D movie is out, and I want to go see that.
I am tempted to see it too.
I took next Friday off, and I want to go see that on Friday.
You should go watch it and tell me if it's good or not.
You should just go watch it.
I might. I don't think my mom would particularly like it.
I don't think she'd get it.
Yeah. Well, there's also the aspect of D&D that I often gloss over when they talks about like demons and whatnot. And it's just like I just because my mom freaks out over that kind of stuff, and so she would not want to see any kind of movie like that has stuff like that in it. So that's why I'm like, I don't think she would go for it, and I don't want to accidentally subject her to that if it makes her that uncomfy. So
Yeah, and I've tried to stay away from like spoilers and previews and stuff for the D&D movie, and I believe one of the main characters is a tiefling, so yeah, maybe that's not the greatest idea.
I am glad though that my mom finally let me. Well, she's been letting me do this for many years now. It's like, if you want to watch the supernatural stuff, go ahead. Just don't force me to watch it. And I'm like, that is perfectly fine.
Yeah. Fair, though. Like, growing up, my dad, like, it's bizarre. So, my mom's side, very Catholic. Super Catholic. Grandmother, off the boat from Spain. Catholic. Right?
Mm-hmm. And isn't, like, religion a very big thing in Spain, or...
Not so much anymore, but, like, back in the day, yeah. But just the Catholic of Catholics is what the Spanish are. And that side of the family, when Chuck and I went to go visit, like in 2014, the year before we got married, my sister and her husband at the time were also visiting, and they, of course, could stay in one of the guest rooms, and there was only one bed in there. Totally fine, right?
Mm.
Well, they left early, and Chuck and I were like, well, we'll, save money and get out of the hotel and just take over the guest room that they're no longer in. And my grandmother was just like, oh no, you can't sleep in the same bed. You're not married. And I'm like, Grandma, that's what you're hung up on? Really?
Like,
It's because we
Grandma.
weren't married. We couldn't share a bed in her house. And we were just like, for real? In the year 2014 of our Lord?
Like, just fucking let us sleep. Holy crap.
Like, Grandma, I promise, we will absolutely just sleep. But no, not in her house. Then, meanwhile, my dad's side of the family is extremely secular. Like, to the point where my dad's high school sweetheart was extraordinarily, like, the church comes before family kind of person. And I honestly, how my dad, like, even got involved with somebody who's even remotely like that, I have no goddamn clue. But they are so extremely secular that when my dad was dating her, the family didn't approve because she was too religious. Which, honestly, fair in hindsight, but at the same time, it's just like, I've never heard of a family being like, no, too much Jesus in this one.
Yeah, normally it's the other side of the problem.
And they're the ones that are the homophobic, gross, icky ones, and I'm just like, wow, cool.
It's like you finally found someone that's too religious, despite how religious you guys are. Okay, that makes sense.
But that's the thing, though, is that they're just they're not like, atheism is like the best and only way. It's just that they're so far irreligious that it just doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I always thought that was just so ironic that the Catholic side of my family, way cool. The unreligious side of my family, assholes.
I remember because my grandparents were missionaries, I used to keep thinking, like, I thought it was really cool, and then growing up, I learned of some of the shit that a lot of missionaries tend to do, and I was like, oh no. But I've recently been thinking about it, and I realized, like, I don't know, like, my grandparents might still be at least a little bit homophobic, but at least for them, it was more out of, like, real misunderstanding and not just, oh, well, I hate you because blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, it still sucked, but at the same time, it was like, okay, so they're not, like, these other people who just want to take away human rights. They just legitimately misunderstood what gay people were and what they all did.
Yeah. In some way, though, that kind of makes it worse, but at the same time, it's just like, the Bible passage, what did Jesus say? They know not what they do or whatever.
Well, yeah, it was
Jesus
just always...
who said that. I don't know.
I guess it makes me feel a little bit better because, like, growing up, they very much taught me, like, being a Christian is all about showing love to others regardless of who they worship, what they look like, who they are, that kind of thing.
Right. Essentially what the New Testament says and what Jesus says.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
So many people are just like, oh man, the Old Testament is the greatest ever. And it's just like, first of all, the Old Testament's not even Christian. It's Jewish. Second of all, it's the Old Testament for a goddamn reason.
Yeah, like, me and my mom are both like this. We see the Old Testament as more of, like, a history lesson as opposed to these are what you should be following today.
Like, they updated that for a reason.
I will say, I found a very interesting... because I got into an argument with other Christians, the people who were like, yes, let's keep telling everyone else that's not a Christian that they're going to hell, because that's a good way of going about it.
Ugh.
And I was just telling them, like, hey, maybe don't do that.
Maybe don't be an asshole.
And I found there was this pastor on YouTube, and he's a transgender man. And he's explaining, like, I grew up, like he identified originally as just being bisexual. And he was like, okay, well, the Old Testament's the only part of the Bible that seems to have any issues with that. So I'm going to study that and really figure out why. So he really, like, he got into theology studying the Old Testament just to see, like, is it really as anti-LGBT as everyone says it is? And he realized, like, it really is not. It's just a lot of people who fail to understand the context and are using it, like, just in very poor ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that video. But of course, when I sent it to the person, they didn't even bother watching it. I was like, okay.
Nah.
Because they were, of course, quoting that Leviticus quote. And I was like, well, actually, the context of that was more in regards to pedophilia, not gay people.
Right.
And they were like, no, it says man. Like, man shall not sleep with a man. And it's like,
It didn't
okay,
until
but
about
then,
80 years ago.
yeah, and it's like, I didn't say this, but of course my first thought was, by that logic, then it's okay for women to be gay. Because they're not directly mentioned. Men can't be gay, but women can. That's the logic you're going by.
Isn't there a story? Isn't it Ruth and her house mistress getting freaky in the Bible?
I don't fully remember. I honestly would not be surprised, but I genuinely do not remember. Most of the stuff in the Bible I know is what VeggieTales attacked.
Yeah, they probably cut that part out.
To be fair, though, if there was anything that I would want kids to grow up on if it's religious, it would be something like VeggieTales, because they're also about, like, hey, don't treat other people like shit.
Maybe don't.
Like, let's just don't. And whoops. One of the creators of VeggieTales, he's on Twitter. I forget what he was in an argument with, but he was basically like he clearly had a good view of things, and people were looking at him and like, oh, are you trying to, like, I forget exact wording, but they tried using an example, like, that's like saying that VeggieTales are trans and that they're actually fruit or something. And he's like, actually, tomatoes and cucumbers are fruit, not VeggieTales. I'm sorry to break that. Like, not veggies. Like, so yeah, they've always been transgender. I'm sorry to break that to you. And, like, it was just so perfect.
You botanically incorrect fool. The fuck out of here with my Jesus fruit.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I wish you could have a reasonable conversation with some of these people, but when they're just so more focused on, like, proving you wrong as opposed to even remotely thinking they might be a little wrong on their end,
well,
it's like, no.
I saw a really interesting, of course, a TikTok, where basically someone boiled it down to, like, the problem isn't, like, these people are just, like, you know, so held fast to their religion and whatever it is, or, like, because, like, people can be like, okay, well, this is against my religion, so I'm not going to, you know, participate or associate or whatever the case may be. And that, honestly, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
You're kind of dictating what you want to do with your life. You're not dictating to what other people can do with their lives. And that's the line that gets drawn, is that a lot of Christian fundamentalists are basically put in this position and programmed to think that their salvation hinges directly on their ability to evangelize everyone else.
And like that's never what it's been about.
And
Like,
it's just like that. Yeah, that's kind of the crux of it, and that's kind of what
and
poisons
I
their minds.
remember one of my mom's friends, who's because my mom's a lawyer and her friends are lawyers too. They were talking about one of the politicians here, and my mom's friend was like, "Well, she's anti-Christian." It's like, "Well, why is that?" And I essentially found out anti-Christian because she didn't put Christianity above all other religions, and it's like, that's not what God ever wanted us to do, though. Like, he never wanted us to be like hunt down all the other religions and erase them from the face of the earth. Like, no.
Convert everyone.
Yeah, like that was never like there's nowhere in the Bible where God is saying that. Like even when you look at the story of Moses and whatnot with the Egyptians, it's like he wasn't mad at them for what they believed in. He was pissed because of the slave situation.
Right.
And so I don't know where these people get this idea of like we need to just ban every other religion. It's like why can't we just exist? Like
With different ideas that literally don't matter to you.
yeah, and I mean even Jesus was like that too. Like the people he got pissed off at were other Christians who are basically like these Christians now who are like
Well, technically, it was other
yeah.
Jews because when the
Well,
only
yeah,
time
that's
Jesus
true.
gets pissed off is when he goes back to the temple and he sees people gambling and running businesses in the temple, and he's just like, "I'm flipping some goddamn tables."
Yeah, and it's like he didn't get pissed off at other people just because they believe differently or whatever. He
Meanwhile,
let them
Mary
live their
Magdalene
own
is
life.
like working the streets, and Jesus is like, "Yeah, that's fine."
Yeah, and I'm like, how do people just completely like just choose to completely ignore that part? But then again, it's again like these people are so focused on such minute details, and it's just
Like,
you can't have a reasonable conversation with them.
no, it's like, "Gee, Brenda, I saw you at the buffet last night eating all the shrimp. Is that a cotton and polyester blend I see you wearing? Brenda, do you have roses and marigolds planted in your garden? Excuse me?"
Heresy. And I'm like, meanwhile, in the Christian schools I went to, we actually had lessons where like, be careful of those who only pay attention to very specific parts of the Bible instead of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Which is literally what these people are doing. And I'm like, how did I get so lucky in that department? But then all these other Christians are just like, just nah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. To me, I'm like that was. I remember that's one thing I still super appreciated that you and AJ did when I first came. Like when you guys picked me up at the Minneapolis airport.
We all brought
And
out
there
our
was
crucifixes and hissed.
I don't remember that. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me, but I don't personally remember that. But there was a couple of cult stores you guys wanted to go into, and you had no problem. And like you told me ahead of time what it was, and you had no problem with me just sitting out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that actually meant a lot to me. That you considered me in any way. Like you weren't like forcing me. You weren't getting upset with me. You were just like, this is what they sell here. If that makes you uncomfortable, you know, like we understand, that's fine. As long as we can still go in and look ourselves. Like, I don't know. It just, like, why is that so difficult for other people to grasp?
I don't know. Although I do remember, and I don't know if AJ remembers, but we did make the joke that, and I think this was away from you, and it's not a terrible joke. At least I hope it's not. We were like, "Oh, what are we gonna do with Mop though? They're probably not gonna wanna to come in with us. Well, we can just tie her up outside."
Listen, just pretend I'm like a dog, you know, just crack the window open a little, have the air conditioning going, and like
Just put a sign in the window. Engine is
They're-
running. Air conditioner is going.
they are fine.
They
Do
are
not
fine.
worry. I do remember when I told my mom about that. She was also very impressed with you guys for doing that. You guys are all in her good books.
We appreciate Mump.
Even though she has, like, the worst gaydar I've ever heard of.
I still, like, okay, me, like, if I'm masking real hard, like, you might, like, if I'm real trying to, like, slide under the radar, I can, like, Kinsey, like, 2 at max. At max. Chuck, on the other hand?
No.
No. No, that man can't, he's Kinsey 5, and that's where it's gonna stay.
I think it was like, oh yeah, Chuck is gay, but she didn't think you were gay at first. Like if I hadn't told her right away that you were gay, I think she would have been like, I don't think Nick's gay. And I'd just be like, Mom, have you met him?
Madam, I am the biggest slut here. Believe me.
I know one of her friends had a gay friend that my mom didn't know was gay. And she brought that up one point, and he's like, am I not flaming enough for you, or what?
Lord. And anytime, like, I do remember Jess and Kyle and I, we really wanted to do a crab boil, like a good, like, southern crab boil. And Jess and I went to the grocery store to go get crab, and we got chatting with the guy in the deli who was doing the fish stuff, and that was it. We were just two people existing, talking about crabs. And then he was like, you guys are the sweetest couple ever. I'm going to throw in a couple crabs and take it off the price. And Jess and I just looked at each other. We were just like, the fuck? Is he blind?
Like,
and
we won't say anything because we want the money off, but at the same time,
yeah,
really?
We're not going to say anything because the crab is good. But if it... And I was like, I'll go back into the closet for crab. I don't care.
Listen, the closet isn't that bad, especially when it has good crab.
The closet, not as bad with crab legs. Speaking of crab, the other day I went to the Asian market, and they had Dungeness crab, and I don't think I had ever had Dungeness crab prior to that. Maybe I had when I lived on the East Coast, but now couldn't remember. But they had it for $8.99 a piece, and these were kind of honking crabs too. So I was like, why not? So I bought them, took 2 of them home, and I really wanted to make crab butter, and that's basically where you like basically take the insides and like make a little sauce out of it.
Kind of like gravy, but
yeah, basically.
just. I was thinking, like, there's not really much fat on crab, but oops.
Depends on the crab, honestly. Like the white stuff, like when you crack open a crab and you get like that kind of that white filmy kind of goop on the crab meat, that's fat.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I got these Dungeness crabs because I wanted to make crab butter. And, I mean, the legs weren't really anything to write home about as far as, like, you know, getting meat out of them. You could maybe, like, get, like, a good-sized piece out of, like, 2 of them. And the claws were alright. Oh, you got a brute on it?
It was not a shiny. I accidentally ran into it, but it had a booster energy, so I was like, why not?
Oh, okay.
That's why I didn't freak out. Damn it, not again.
I
But yeah,
haven't
actually,
seen
if you need any like booster energies on your Scarlet account, I could like while trading or whatever, I could just throw it on the Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, I got that one from one of the Flutter mains, and then I get the one from the story, so I've got 2.
How many did I have? I think I have like 8.
But anyway, Dungeness Crab. Claws had a good, okay amount of meat in them, but the heart of the crab, like where all the legs meet up inside the crab, there was so much meat inside that. Just so much. And it was so good and so light. Like, snow crab is what I'm typically used to, because that's just what everybody carries. And it's crab. Like, it's got a distinctive flavor. It's crab. Dungeness crab is so light and buttery, just on its own, without the butter. Easily one of my favorite crabs that I've had in this hemisphere. It's just so good, so good. And then I got them cracked open and you know, got at the crab butter, and that was amazing. 10 of 10 would do again, but I haven't seen them on sale since.
I want to give crab and lobster an honest try.
That's crazy to me that you've never had lobster.
I've had shrimp before, and I really liked it. But it was one of those things where, like, I feel like the first shrimp I had was too good because every other shrimp I had after that was just nowhere near as good.
Fair. But I feel like shrimp is just shrimp. Like, they're even if you get a different variety of shrimp, it's still shrimp.
I think I tried a little bit of lobster one time. We went to a fondue place. Because my mom's friend came with us, and she really liked the lobster, and she let us try a piece. But of course, I didn't know how long to cook it, or what to use with it. So it just kind of was like a weird taste to me.
Yeah, lobster's one of those shellfish too that if you overcook it, it's not bad, but the texture is bad.
Yeah, I think that's why I want to give it, like, I want to go to someone who knows what they're doing and give it a really good, honest taste, because there have been times where I try it and it just kind of feels like it's just like I'm chewing plastic.
Yeah, and there's like completely different cooking times too. Like if you get like a frozen tail, is a completely different cooking time than if you get like one that's fresh live. Which honestly, really the only way that you should be eating shellfish is fresh and live. Unless it's cooked and then frozen, then that's fine. Alright, got less than a minute left on my sandwich.
There's a part of me that's like a little annoyed we haven't found a shiny, but at the same time, it's like we literally went from no shinies to suddenly 5 in one sandwich.
Yeah.
I should not be complaining.
And then we go from 5 shinies to 0.
That's just how luck tends to be. At least for me, anyway.
We were hot, then we're not.
And then it's that whole gambling thing of like, do I keep trying so I get hot again or no?
But yeah, next time you're down, we could totally do like a crab boil. Because whatever you don't eat, I absolutely will. I mean, there's not much in the ocean that I will refuse to eat unless it's a sea cucumber, then I will not eat it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we can go get Dungeness crab, because I think you would really like that, since you don't like abjectly hate fish or seafood in general.
For me, it's a lot of it has to do with the smell, so it's probably more of a first impression kind of deal.
Oh, okay. Well, Dungeness crab, I boil it with a crap ton of Old Bay, so it smells like Old Bay.
Oh, saw a sparkle even though the colors didn't look right. And I got a little excited. I was like, no, never mind.
I saw a scream tail and I was just like, no. Alright. I'm going back to the 0 gate. Well, that was a little disappointing.
But can't complain too much again.
Yeah. So we got a great test last week. Do we want to go for like an actual like challenge and do a dragon sandwich for Roaring Moon? But we're also going to get a lot of Xylos.
I mean, I wouldn't be against that because I'd be down for a shiny.
Yeah, we'd also have to be really close to each other, so we might. Maybe we should.
Wait, why would we need to be close to each other?
Because we have to go to that same cave.
Oh,
next
right,
to
okay.
the research station 3. Let's do it. Screw it. Let's do it. So dragon sandwich, but I'm gonna take a quick break again since it was an hour last time. But before I go on break, I'm gonna punch in the dragon sandwich just to make sure it works. And can we do 2 bitter? We can't do 2 bitter.
It's too bitter.
What herb do you have most of?
It was spicy. I think I have like 5 or 6 of it left. Yeah, okay, I have 6 spicy left, 5 sour, 4 bitter, 3 salty, and 2 sweet. I'll have to go back on the grind soon. Eh.
Huh. Yeah, we're gonna have to do salty and spicy again, it looks like. You know what I've been missing? The cucumber and pickle. I haven't been adding those into the calculator, so that's why my things are always completely off. I'm an idiot.
Oops.
Where did my... There we go. Okay, we can do 2 bitter. Sparkling title and encounter. Okay. Pickle, cucumber, 3 avocado, and 2 bitter. So let's do that when we get back.
Okay.
Alrighty. I will be right back.
Okay.
Alright, I am back. And do we have a mop?
Perhaps.
The mop is in the bucket. Alright. So, the reason why our recipes weren't working at first, because we had to use the salty, was because I kept forgetting the pickle and the cucumber. So, you do one pickle and you do one avocado, one pickle, and one bitter. And I'll do the rest.
Okay, so... pickle, avocado, and bitter, you said?
Pickle, avocado, and bitter.
Okay.
Yes, I want to join Mop's picnic. Make it a sandwich.
Okay. Pickle... Wait. I immediately forgot. Something avocado. What was the first one?
Pickle, avocado, bitter.
Okay. Pickle, avocado, bitter. Okay.
Okay. And don't forget, we are going in the,
That cave.
yep, right next to Station 3.
I don't know why I have to keep reminding myself I have to hold the damn button down.
Hold the damn button down.
I'm so extra paranoid about the ingredients. That's why they give you a 10-minute timer. It's like, we know our ingredients are fucked up.
For the ingredients that just fly off the sandwich.
Did you grab the other avocado?
I sure did.
Okay, just checking.
Okay, so we should get Sparkling Title and Encounter Dragon. Okay, just get to the eating animation.
Look at that salad on a bun. With bread.
With bitter, I don't know if this would be good, but like with sour, that could be kind of good. Sour with avocado, cucumber, and pickle. It'd be a nice, refreshing sandwich. Okay,
All
Encounter
right, we
Title
got
and
it.
Sparkling. Cool. Let's hightail it. Okay, so we're gonna get us Vylos. I can already guarantee you that.
And I am fine with that.
I'm okay with that too.
Personally, anyway. It's not my favorite shiny, but I really like the Pokemon, so I'm like,
Yeah, I like
I'll go
Hydreigon
for it.
too. Also, green shiny. I am partial.
Maybe that's why we couldn't. Oh, right, I went the wrong direction. Maybe that's why we couldn't find it. We're only allowed to find the green shinies today.
Yeah, that's why we couldn't find Brute Bonnet. Just like it skips a generation, it skips a sandwich. And because we're going to be close to each other, we can come see each other's shiny. So if you find it, we can at least see it on stream.
Yeah.
And ooh, right away, Roaring Moon. It's not shiny, but I mean, it is a rare spawn. Yeah.
Is there anything up here? I'm guessing not.
You can get to the top of the waterfall. Well, sort of. You can get next to it. If you've never been up there, there is an item up there.
I don't know if I've ever been up there. I'll just take a quick look. Ooh, hello. Steel beam.
The first time I started like really shiny hunting in here for Iron Valiant, I found a shiny Sableye up there once.
Ooh.
Didn't even have like the appropriate sandwich on it. It was just full odds with a shiny charm. Shiny Sableye.
What does the shiny orange moon look like again?
Green.
Right. We literally had this conversation.
Xylos, also green.
Green, 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 green. Everything green.
Just green babies all around.
Well, if you ever want to do a St. Patrick's stream, next time we're only hunting green shinies.
Well, we are a month late for that. Although, this was the first St. Patrick's Day that Chuck and I did not do a corned beef roast.
Oh, right, because you,
We went pescatarian. Yeah. Which, honestly, I was kind of okay with, like, hey, can we cheat and do corned beef? I love corned beef. Although I do mine with cabbage, I don't do sauerkraut. I know a lot of people do sauerkraut. I do love me some sauerkraut.
My mom always tells me that she's such a bad German because she doesn't like a lot of the German food.
Well, I love German food.
There's some German food I really like, there's others I'm just kind of like, eh.
There is, I know it's kind of a big thing, blood sausage. Not a fan.
Yeah, I don't think I've had that. Oh, there's that one other sausage that's just, it looks gross, but it tastes good. I forget what it's called. It's like white. I think
Bratwurst?
because you steam it or boil it as opposed to like frying it.
Just regular ass bratwurst?
Yeah, bratwurst. There we go. That last time, there's something that Chuck made / had. It was like bratwurst and deer or something like that. And I remember like, oh, this is really good. It made me so fucking gassy afterwards every time.
Well, I'm glad we dumped you on Jess.
It was like, it was really tasty, but then all of a sudden I would just get that bloated feeling as though like I've been holding in everything all day, and it's just like, okay, I'm just full.
Like, hey Jess, here, take your Canadian gas baby.
I think there was at least one night where I was at your place when it happened, and I was sleeping, and I'm trying so hard not to fart too loudly because I'm like, I'm at someone else's place. Someone else's place, and I'm on the couch where other people would clearly hear me.
Mop falls asleep
like...
and just...
Oh my gosh, I hope this won't be too TMI. Not that long ago, I was dealing with a hemorrhoid.
Oh no.
And I tried the suppositories.
Oh no.
They're not bad. But one of the first things I read was, do not fart when you take these.
Don't trust the fart.
Like, unless you want to deal with a mess, don't do it. And of course, every time I did it, that was when my body was like, oh man, what if we just make a whole bunch of gas? Like, no.
Right now.
Stop! Like, it got so bad to the point where I couldn't sleep because I was just holding it in. It's like, finally, it's like when the minimum time reached, I was like, "That's it. I need to go. I need to go."
Mop just laying in bed, slowly inflating, rising up to the ceiling.
It just release me.
Oh.
I'll say that experience definitely made me go like, I need to drink more water. Literally just adapt that hydrate or dihydrate mentality.
God. So the medical stuff that I had to do this week was I had a colonoscopy on Friday, yesterday,
Yeah.
and prepping for a colonoscopy fucking sucks.
Oh, I've heard about that because you're supposed to like empty out as much as you can, right?
Yeah. So like Wednesday was they were like, okay, these are like the things that you should eat and things you should not eat. And then Thursday was like, don't eat fucking anything, just water and clear liquids. And I was just like, cool, just kill me.
No.
And then like my appointment wasn't until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday, so it was like, don't eat all day Thursday and most of the day Friday.
Like, great. I, I didn't fully know what was going on, so like when you sent that one message on DMs, I'm getting my ass scoped right now. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I posted, what did I say? Something like, oh no, I was giving you information on my Pokedex, and you were just like, yeah, okay, thanks. And I was
Because
like,
it was
yep,
this huge list, and I was like,
a
are
huge
you
list
wanting me to trade all that now, or?
I'm like, that's just all the Pokemon I need. Can't do it right now though. Getting a telescope put in my butt.
I don't even know what I first thought, but my first thought was not like medical procedure. I was just like, what's going on? It's like, is Nick okay? Is he being targeted? Like, that's where my brain was going.
No, I had Jess come and be my butt buddy. And I was really worried. So, like, this might be a little bit more revealing about my internal psyche than I really care to say on stream, but I'll say it anyway. In my sleep, and Chuck has had to put up with this. In my sleep, I say like horrible, awful, mean-spirited, just horrible shit. Just,
It's like if your intrusive thoughts got their own voice.
yeah, if my intrusive thoughts were allowed to speak, and that's what happens. So, anytime that I've had to go like be put under like general anesthesia, I'm just like, Jess, please don't take anything that I say seriously. Know that my inner demons have no filter and are completely unrestrained when I am asleep.
Plus, I just imagine you telling the doctors too, just like, if you hear me say anything.
I'm sure they've heard worse, to be honest. But yeah, and like the first time that happened, where I needed like a buddy to like cart me around because I was going under general anesthesia, was when I got a wisdom tooth taken out. And which is weird because generally they just numb you up like locally and they just yank that fucker out and they're just like, okay, you're good, get out. But they actually put me under for the wisdom tooth extraction. And I woke up and I was like, the moment I woke up, I was mostly like mentally completely with it. And the only thing was that like my motor function was a little wonky, but other than that, I was like totally fine. And this time around, I didn't know, like what kind of different medications they were going to use or what the deal was going to be. I did find out, though, that they gave me fentanyl.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, is the fentanyl really necessary? Like, isn't that usually for, like, extreme pain? And they're like, no, it's a paralytic. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, I agree.
So they put me under. And when I woke up, it was just, I felt like I just took a shitty nap. Like, I woke up and I was just like, oh, I feel like I got no rest whatsoever.
I have this fear of being put under just because I've never experienced it. Okay, that's not completely true. I did experience it. I think I was like 3, and I had cavities, and I kept biting the dentist, so he just knocked me out.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a nitrous oxide knockout, probably. Did he put a mask on your face?
I have no memories of that. I just know what my mom has told me.
Oh.
And she has also told me, like, you know, like, they did not warn me at all for that lifeless look. And she got so terrified, apparently, because I made that face, and she's like, what the fuck is it?
What did you do to my child?
But yeah, so, like, I know I've technically been put under in some way, but I have no recollection of, like, before or after. So I feel like I still have no real experience, at least in my memory.
I feel like it...
So I always have this paranoia about it. I don't know why.
I feel like it really super depends on, like, what kind of drugs they're using. Because, like, when I got my wisdom tooth out, they put an IV in my arm, and the nurse who was pushing the drugs in my IV, I remember her very clearly standing next to my IV tubes, and up to that point, like, I wasn't super impressed with her. Like, she wasn't, like, the greatest ray of sunshine. And I remember thinking, I was like, please do not trip, because she was really close to my IV tubes, and I was like, please do not trip on my IV tube. And the moment that, like, in my internal thought that I was like, please do not trip on my IV tube, I was waking up in the waiting room.
Oh, shit.
Like, it was like, snap. Done. 0 time had passed. And I was just
Which
like,
on one hand,
what?
it's like freaky, but at least at the same time, like, okay, that means that it also went by...
Oh, Mop, I just saw you.
Oh.
I can see you.
I can't see you. I'm guessing... I think
when you ran into that Grievert, it triggered something.
Yeah, either that Grievert or I noticed there was a roaring moon that looked like I was going to run into it, but then it just disappeared.
Huh. Well, I can see you now. But yeah, going back, like, with my wisdom tooth extraction, it was just instantaneous. Just time jump. And then when I went in yesterday, I was already really tired and really sleepy at that point. Like, I had been to work, and I got off at noon, and went through the whole spiel, and when they got me in the hospital bed, I was just like, I could take a nap right here. I'm so hungry. I'm dehydrated. I just want to sleep. And then they got me into the operating room, and they were like, okay, lay on your side, because lay on your side so they can get in your butt. And they were like, okay, lay on your side. And I had my IV in, everything was good to go, and I was asking questions like, hey, what drug is that? And I remember the nurse, she had a gigantic syringe filled with some sort of white liquid. And I remember asking her, like, hey, what is that? And she told me, and I don't remember now. She told me what it was. And I remember, like, oh, okay. And then I just kind of just drifted off to sleep. Like, I would in bed at home normally. And it just felt like I just went to sleep. And then I very vaguely remember the doctor doing his thing and just being completely unbothered by it and then going right back out. and then kind of waking up a little bit in the recovery room. A little bit, like on that limb of sleep, like somebody made a loud noise in the room, and you're just like, okay, back to sleep. And then falling back asleep again, and then waking up, and then being like, wait, I can eat now. I'm up. I want to go eat now.
Give me food.
Yeah.
Now.
And Jess was already in there, and she was like, yeah, it's been like an hour and a half. And I'm like, oh, okay. I felt like it took like maybe a 10-minute nap. But it felt like a really shitty nap because I had like no rest.
Oh.
So like with that one, I was a little bit more aware of like the passage of time, and woke up a couple of times and was kind of generally aware of things.
Well, right, because that procedure, they don't usually knock you out fully.
The way they explained to me the drugs that they were giving me was that, yeah, you're probably going to wake up during the procedure, and if that happens, then, just don't freak out.
Like, it's not as bad as if it was like a surgery kind of thing.
Yeah. But, woke up, talked to the doctor. He's like, yep, we removed 3 polyps, and you're good to go. Get out. And I was like, okay. And I had absolutely, like, I know a lot of people say they feel really bloated and are really gassy afterwards because they, like, basically inflate your bowel to take a look at things.
Mm-hmm.
None of that. I had none of that whatsoever.
Oh.
And no discomfort whatsoever. Like, I expected, like, a little bit of soreness. Like, when I had my wisdom tooth taken out, like, the doctor, like, fucked up my lip a little bit.
Ooh.
And I was kind of expecting that, but on the opposite side, nope, none of that. Just absolutely nothing. I literally felt like I woke up from a really crappy nap, and I was really hungry.
Well, I mean, it's good that that was the only thing that you really felt like, that it was as smooth as possible. Other than that.
Yep. So yeah, for all my other millennial buddies who may or may not be watching this, go get a colonoscopy.
Probably. Well, I don't know. I feel like I should. There's some other stuff I should be getting done, and I haven't yet. I'm just,
Well, you're still young yet. At least wait until you're 30.
I'm gonna be in my last year of my 20s.
Enjoy it.
Oh, that was another thing. I was like, please let this hemorrhoid go a roaring moon just in the wall.
You just see wings sticking out of the rocks.
I was trying to climb. Okay, I'm just fighting a wall, it looks like.
I'm watching your stream and it's just roaring moon. It's a rock.
I don't believe it's shiny because I didn't hear anything.
No, I don't think
I'm
it's
just
shiny.
gonna put you out of your misery too. You're already in a rock or in the wall. But yeah, oh, so good.
You just suddenly hear Minecraft suffocating noises.
Ooh.
Ooh.
But yeah, I remember when I had the hemorrhoid, I was like, please don't let me spend the last month of being 28 dealing with this. And thankfully it went away on its own. I didn't need to go see a doctor about it.
Cursed.
But I was just like, please.
Well, now you're going to turn 29 and the whole year is just going to be hemorrhoids.
Yeah. Hopefully not, but at the same time, I tend to have... I don't know. It's like I either have really good luck or really bad luck. No in between.
Your body just betrays you at every chance it gets.
Body's just like, I thought you said you were going to hydrate, bitch.
Take this!
Oh, what?
Can you see me now?
Venezuela spawned behind me?
Yeah, it's
But
even
I
behind you on
still-
my screen.
Yeah, that's weird. Whatever. So I find it interesting that Espeon is spawning.
Yep.
And like, you're not a dragon type, but okay.
And at night, it's Umbreon. Before I had accumulated a good amount of herbs, I would just do encounter sandwiches and come here and hatch eggs. And I think I have found everything in this cave that can be shiny at least once, except for Espeon.
Huh.
And some of them I just didn't even have like sandwiches for. I just found shiny, like Greavard and Houndstone. Never had sandwiches for them. Found them shiny. Who else have I never sandwiched for? Golduck. Never sandwiched for. Found it shiny.
I'm trying to remember, is shiny side up blue?
Blue.
Like,
Blue duck.
that evolution was such a downgrade in terms of shiny.
Yeah, he gets bluer and gets a pink bill. Alright.
Yeah, like, I think it would have been cool if it was like maybe it was like the colors were switched. So like the so Golduck would be yellow, like
And
Psyduck.
actually gold.
Yeah, like that would be really fucking cool. But no, you get a slightly different colored fur and beak.
I don't think ducks have fur.
Whatever feathers, then down. What? Oh my gosh, when we were driving around, we were driving to the theater earlier today, came across like at least 3 geese in one small area. And I don't know why my first thought was just, please don't hurt us.
I mean, valid.
It's like everywhere else, it's like, oh, we have genuinely like, you know, venomous bugs or animals. And here in Canada, it's like, well, we have geese.
Geese. So where I work, our building is right in front of a kind of a large-ish field where they essentially store large tractor trailers, like farm equipment stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they store them there for shipment. And it's a pretty sizable field. And it's flooded really bad right now because snow is melting, and snow is, you know, primarily made of the wet stuff. And so there's a bunch of geese that are just like, hey, this fucking pond is like the tits.
This is our territory now.
And my boss was looking up there, and I know what he meant to say, but this is what he actually said. He's like, oh man, look at all those land snakes out there. And we were just like, so real snakes? Like the actual snakes that live on land? And he's like,
oh my god.
I meant to say air snakes.
There's a Canadian guy that my mom watched, they call him Cobra Chickens.
Cobra chickens. They are not nice animals.
No,
Although,
I also really like that one meme you shared where it's like, why are Canadians so nice? Because they channel all of their hatred and anger into geese.
I did, though, when I lived with my mom and stepdad when I moved back from Japan, did have a pet Canadian goose, and we named her Mr. Wilson. And she was mostly bonded with my stepdad and me. And she didn't really bond with like my mom or my sister at all, but she wasn't like super aggressive with them. She was just like, oh, okay, you exist in my area, I guess that's fine. but the dogs were no bueno. We had 2 dogs, and she was just like, I will fuck you up. I will murder you. I will go back in time and murder your entire lineage. And we kept her in the chicken coop with all the chickens, and the chickens kind of became her flock.
No.
And anytime the dogs would come near the chickens, and the dogs never were like aggressive with the chickens at all. The dogs were just like, chickens are friends.
But the goose just hated the ducks.
Mr. Wilson,
Or not the.
she was just
She
like,
hated the dogs, not the ducks.
yeah, she was just like, you come near my family, in my house. And she would just
come up to my family.
she would beat the tar out of the dogs.
Oh, crap.
Just beat the shit out of them. And she would scream at any other humans that weren't us. Like I said, she tolerated my mom and my sister like as entities. She's just like, okay, you exist. I acknowledge you.
I will tolerate you.
You're on thin fucking ice, but you're okay. Anytime someone came to the farm, though, they would show up, and Wilson would just go out of the coop in the run and just scream.
I'm just imagining, like, just hear the Kill Bill sirens, and you look and you just see this goose just chasing you down. Oops.
She never quite learned how to fly, though.
Hang on. What did I do to my... Okay, sorry, what were you saying?
She never quite learned how to fly. But I would take her, like, our driveway was, like, half a mile long, and I'm not even exaggerating.
Oh, damn.
And I would hop on my bike, or I would go for a run with her kind of behind me. And she would, like, put her wings out and run behind me. But she wouldn't really, like, get the concept of, like, flapping at all.
I just like feeling the wind in my feathers.
But if she was in the mood, if she was not in the mood, she would not let me do this. But if she was in the mood, she would let me pick her up and kind of, like, throw her. And she would come back and do more, like she like a dog playing fetch. She would be like, "Yeah, this is great shit." And she would let me do that every so often, but most of the time she was not like, "Do not pet me, do not touch me. You may observe me," and that's it. But like, if you sat down on the ground and crossed your legs, 9 times out of 10, she would come over to you, sit in your lap, and start preening your hair and cleaning it. And you would just have this big wet patch of, like, goose spit in your hair.
It's like, well, at least she's not fighting me.
At least she's not trying to murder me. But when she was, because my stepdad actually found her. He was working... filling anhydrous tanks for work, and he was on a job site doing a tank, and this little tiny gosling just showed up out of nowhere and started following him. And he was
Time
like,
would run out, by the way.
"Oh, mine probably, yeah, mine did too." God, nothing again.
Got super lucky that one time, but it's like no
that
more.
One time. But yeah, she was like maybe a day old when he found her. So he was like, "Okay, I'll take her home. Whatever. We got a chicken coop. We can take care of her. She'll be fine." So she really grew up with us, like from newborn, newly hatched chick to fully formed Canadian goose. And when she started molting, like when she got out of like her baby phase and went into her adult phase, like she needed someone to actually preen her feathers, because that geese will do that with each other. They'll preen the old baby feathers out, and they really need that, otherwise their pores can get blocked. They can get stuck feathers and ingrown feathers, and it's just really bad for their skin if they don't get preened. So I would sit there with her in my lap, and I would sit there and I would rip her feathers out. And she just loved that, and that's when she got into the habit of, like, preening my hair while I was sitting there ripping her feathers out.
No.
Yes. I want to join the picnic. Alright. Let's make it a sandwich. Let's see what sandwich we want to do. Do we want to keep... I'd like to stay in Area 0. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. So... we've got a Great Tusk. We got a Fluttermane. So... Screamtail, Slitherwing, or Brute Bonnet. We're roaring.
You want to try again with the Slitherwing?
For Slitherwing, the Volcarona one?
Yeah, or were you wanting something else?
Let's do... Let's do Screamtail. And I'm going to do it outside, because I know Screamtail can spawn outside. So, Psychic.
Okay.
So let me look up Psychic. Unless Psychic is, like, a terrible food item. Oh, it's Onion, so that's fine. 3 onion. Okay, so you do a pickle, 1 onion. Oh, I'm going to punch this into the calculator to make sure it works. Onion. Okay, bitter. 2 bitters works. You have a good amount of bitters, right?
I believe I do. I at least have a couple, so. Like, I really don't mind using the herbs for this and then going to get more later, so.
Okay. So you do 1 onion, 1 pickle, 1 bitter.
Oh, okay, I have 3 bitter.
Okay. 1 onion, 1 pickle, 1 bitter.
Why does the potato salad just look disgusting?
It looks hideous, and I hate it.
Like, it looks like that fake throw up that is used in, like,
Joke
or
shops.
that they sell at joke shops. Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. Mini onion. At least with the onions, you can stack these kind of however, and they don't go flying off the sandwich like with the pickles and cucumbers.
Yeah.
Or cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes are the worst.
Okay. Okay.
Drop that bun! Oh, and then the sandwich just went through the plate on my screen. Alright, I guess that works.
It still looks fine on mine. Just no flip through the plate.
No, they're completely just off the rails on my screen. Just floating cucumbers and pickles and all. Just num num num, eat it up.
This pick I've been using just makes it look like a little ship or something.
Psychic, sparkling, tidal, and encounter. Cool.
It's just clipping straight through the plate. This does not care.
Just doesn't even match up. Who cares? Alright, I'm gonna go to station 2 and look around.
Alright, because now we don't need to...
Yeah, we don't need to be
Oh!
in the center cave, in the middle cave.
Sorry, I made a noise because it looked like my character just teleported to the teleporter.
I've noticed it does that sometimes.
It's fine.
There was a
Don't worry
glitch
about it.
before this last major update patch where Pokemon would just, like, show up in Terror raids, like in the center. And it would be like the host's second Pokemon in their third box or something weird. And it would just be like, Slowbro, why are you standing here? This is a Tyranitar raid. And there'd just be a Slowbro just chilling.
Just Slowbro, get out of here.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna get a lot of Draffering too.
Yeah, I'm kind of running into that.
I'm gonna jump in the middle. And then I completely missed where the middle is. There shouldn't be too many psychic types down here. I don't think there are any except for Screamtail. Yeah, I'm only getting Screamtails in the crystal cave in the middle. I always feel like my camera is zoomed in.
Oh, I know, I hate it.
And then I click my control stick to zoom out, and it zooms in even harder, and I'm just like, nope.
Like, no, I need you to back up. I wonder if that's just a thing in caves. Because outside, like, on my screen, when I'm outside, I look like I'm a good distance away. But I totally know what you're getting, like, what you're talking about, because that happens to me a lot, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? Espathra spawns down here too.
Lady Gaga, no!
I was kind of disappointed that Espathra wasn't better, like, competitively. Like, it seemed like it wouldn't be terrible. Like, it gets speed boost, which is great competitive ability. And it can also learn stored power, which is a psychic type attack that deals more damage the more stat boosts you have. So on paper, that seems great. You get passive stat boosts every turn, plus stored power. Like, cool. Put Calm Mind on that bitch, you're golden. But people don't use Espathra at all. I'm just like, eh. If I get a shiny Espathra, I'm gonna cry. Although I did find a shiny Espathra once upon a time. I was just who was I shiny hunting? I think I was shiny hunting Lycanroc, and one just popped into existence like right next to me, and I was just like, oh, well, I guess you're coming home with me.
Right, you gotta spawn on top of me.
The Espathra is the ostrich. Lady Gaga ostrich. That thing over here. And it looks like Lady Gaga with its hair, the way it is.
I actually really like the design of it.
I don't hate it. I hate Flittle. But
yeah,
I don't hate...
Flittle I don't get. It looks nothing like the evolved version. What?
I got a shiny. I looked right at it and I was like, wait, that had red eyes.
Oh, shit.
I didn't even notice the tail. I noticed the eyes. Okay, the tail is not super noticeable, to be honest.
No, not really. It's the eyes that are the most noticeable, which
Yeah.
kind of sucks, but whatever. I am very glad that you found one of those.
I'm going to torture myself and try and get this in a heal ball, which works just like a regular Pokeball. This is going to cause me pain. Oh, actually, I can false swipe this. What am I doing?
Yeah, it's not a ghost type, so... You have the power!
I have the power! Wasn't expecting a shiny that quickly with the crappy luck we've had on the last two sandwiches. Oh god, this thing knows rest.
Oh, whoops. Again, you can't super complain about our luck tonight.
Yeah.
We got a shit ton of shiny Fluttermanes.
5.
I consider that a shit ton. You know what I'm saying?
I got 2 of them that were marked. I swear to God. Ooh, I get it low and it rests.
Oh, I was like, again. Fucking third time. Like, oh shit, never mind, it's the one Nick found.
I wish I had a Pokemon that could prevent sleep, but I don't.
The best I have is I actually went out of my way and gave like my Toxtricity electric terrain because I kept getting so pissed off at terror raids that knew Yawn.
Yeah.
Just like fuck off.
On
the one hand, it did force me to learn that if you use the heal cheer, it also gets rid of status effects.
It sure do.
And I did not know that.
There's a move called Uproar that also prevents sleep while you're doing Uproar.
Oh, right, because it's a sound-based attack.
Yeah. But, I mean, the sound-based attacks don't keep you from falling asleep, necessarily. But Uproar specifically keeps you from falling asleep while you're doing the Uproar. But the nice thing about sound-based moves is, competitively, if somebody puts down a substitute, which normally you sacrifice a fourth of your health to, like, you know, soak up a hit that would otherwise deal more damage. Sound-based moves go through substitute and hit you to your actual health instead of going to the substitute. Which is something that they don't explain anywhere. Ever.
And yet another hidden mechanic that people just randomly found out.
Just, yeah, like, why is this not in the game at all?
And again, it's one of those things that's like, was this intentional, or is this a glitch that Nintendo has just accepted, or what?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I like Jess's take on Espathra better than actually its name, Dispatra.
I honestly keep forgetting the name of the damn Pokemon. I just know the one that looks like Lady Gaga.
Like, the other night, I was terrible at remembering names. I was, what was that, the last Wednesday or Friday that I was doing competitive VGC stuff? And I just, for the life of me, could not remember anybody's names. And normally I'm pretty good with Pokemon names, but, middle evolutions, I will never commit those to memory, ever. They're there and they're gone.
Yeah. The ADHD hit especially hard that night.
Like, I just played through Scarlet with Fuecoco. Do you think I remember Fuecoco's middle evolution? Absolutely not.
There's a lot of middle evolutions that I just... Like, I know exactly what they look like, but I cannot tell you what the name is.
And every time I think of Fuecoco's middle evolution, I want to call it Texcoco, which I'm just like, no, that's a lake in Mexico. That's not a Pokemon.
I hate how now even I don't fucking know. I'm... Crocolar. Or
Crocolore. Yeah. That's not gonna stick. That's not gonna stay in there, ever.
That sounds too much like Crocodile, which is the middle evolution for Totodile.
Yeah. Although I do have a specific memory for Croconaw. When they introduced raiding to Pokemon Go, that was the first raid that I ever did. And it was with Kyle when we went to the zoo.
Oh, nice.
Probably still have that thing somewhere. Yeah, and today was also a community day for Pokemon Go, and I just had zero interest in doing anything with it. It was Togetic, Togepi's evolution, which normally is stupid rare, but not only is the shiny for it just completely underwhelming, I was just like, I'm so sick of Niantic and their antics.
Yeah, I heard about that shit that they're doing with
the distance raid passes, the remote passes.
Yeah, like, the thing that was so nice to have during COVID, and then they decided, like, fuck all of you who live in rural areas or don't have friends.
Yeah, like, not only are we gonna double the price, we're also going to limit how far they work. Like, cool.
Like, for what reason other than money? Like,
do you know
your
how many
reasoning is
disabled
only...
people got into this goddamn game because you introduced the remote passes?
Yeah, it's so... I don't know. I don't get companies, because even when you're like, okay, I just have to think about money, they still make really stupid decisions that make no sense. And it's like even in regards to money, like, alright. So you're all just a bunch of idiots. Got it.
Like, hey, how do we make more money off of this wildly successful game? How about we just charge more money?
And wind up just screwing, like, a huge chunk of your player base.
Innovation? Nah. Improving things? Nah. Jacking up prices? Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Can't think of a better solution to this non-existent problem.
Like, Niantic had a game, their first game was called Ingress, which, honestly, when it first started, was amazing. Like, it had its own story, and the game was really straightforward, but there were still things that were, like, not super clear, or took a little bit of strategy, and you would have to, like, do real world stuff and, like, strategize, like, how you were going to do stuff. And at first, like, they did have a cash shop from the beginning, but the cash shop in the beginning was just, like, you know, extra energy and maybe some good weapons that you could just buy instead of, you know, waiting
Ooh,
to...
shiny. Do you want a second one?
No, you get it.
Okay.
I'll probably see it when I come past you.
Yeah, I think this one I did sort of notice the tail, but it's still mainly the eyes that
Yeah.
made me realize it was shiny.
Whoops.
And another crit cap with a quick ball.
Okay, I won't come see it. Yeah, god damn it. Their first game, Ingress, was really good. And the cash shop was just, standard items that you could go find, like, out in the wild. Just, if you wanted a shit ton of, weapons, you could go buy the weapons and, go to town. Whatever you wanted to do, right?
Mm.
And then later on down the road, they introduced like a whole buttload of completely different items that did different things and was crazy for this. And you could put like flags on points that other players could see, so you guys could like, hey, meet up here, or go here next, and stuff like that, and communicate in ways that were not chat, which I guess makes a little bit of sense when you know how Ingress plays, but you still have like completely open chat that you can just be like, hey guys, let's go west. But anyway, like, they innovated and they made new items and stuff for the cash shop, and like, cool, great, whatever. And then like the story went by the wayside, and like the gameplay got really bad, and they don't moderate anything. And it just went downhill.
It always sucks when you have a game that starts off with a really good, promising gameplay, and then it just gets worse and worse as time goes on, because they're like, but you were so good, what happened?
Do remember though, like the main idea of of Ingress was you go to point A, point B, and point C, and you connect the dots and make triangles, like physically make, or like virtually make triangles over areas of land, and the higher population that area of land has, the more points you score for your team. In kind of a roundabout way, the whole goal of the game is to influence people's minds in some way. Like, the enlightened are supposed to enlighten people into new ideas and whatever, and the resistance is supposed to break people's minds away and to be their own people, and resist the influence of this outside energy. And it really made sense, because the places that you would have to go in Ingress to do your thing and actually do gameplay were like places of art, places of travel, things that would normally impact people's minds, like art and community centers and things like that. Like, that's why, and like in the story of the game, that's why people's minds were influenced, was these ingresses of this exotic matter, this exotic energy that was influencing people's minds in subtle ways. So like art and shit.
Makes me think of the spice from Dune.
Yeah, kinda, honestly. And basically the way you could capture their minds was by putting fields on the ground, and you would do that by putting point A, point B, and point C. But you would have to go to those points to get the key and set the link. So like, if I wanted to put a link down between me and you, I would have to go all the way to Canada and basically touch a goal, or touch a point in Canada, get the key for that point, come back here to Fargo, touch something in Fargo, get the key for that, and then I could link the two. if there was nothing in the
Okay.
way.
So it still has that Pokemon Go aspect of like you have to physically move in the real world.
Yeah. And one day, they used to, I don't know if they do anymore, but they used to have a map where you could see all of the links and fields people make all over the world. And I would watch Fargo every so often, and I noticed somebody in a couple of towns over and had a link between, like a 75-mile long link between one of the cities that I had a key for and another city that I didn't have a key for, just to the east and south of Fargo. Just big link. And I was like, I could make since I already have one of the keys, I could make a triangle, and I would just have to go to 2 different cities, 2 different towns, and grab keys there, and I could put a whole field all over Fargo. So I drove my happy ass 45 minutes south to a random no-name town to go grab a key from that town. And then I drove 45 minutes back to Fargo, and then another half an hour north of Fargo to another no-name town, grab a key there, and I put a field over the entirety of Fargo and captured it for my team. And when you
Nice.
when you put a field down and complete the triangle, the enemy team cannot do anything in the enemy's field. They can't make new links, they can't make new fields. They're effectively paralyzed. The only thing they can do is just go to basically stops, Pokestops, and just get items. That's it. That's all they can do.
I claim all of Fargo for my team.
So someone from the enemy team has to physically haul their ass to one of the points of my triangle and destroy it and attack it with their weapons. And if I'm watching one of those points, I can repair my point remotely, and I can just sit there and repair it as they're destroying it. I'm just like, haha, fuck your weapons.
If you want this point, you're gonna have to fucking work for
You're gonna
it.
have to work. But yeah, that's like where a lot of strategy came in to play with that game too. Because when you would go capture a point, you would have to put down 8 items called they weren't pylons, but they looked like pylons from StarCraft. I don't remember what they were called, but you had to put down 8 of them. And they came in different power levels, and like the highest power level was like level 8. And depending on how far away you were from the point is how far away they would be from the point. And they would by default go in a circle pattern around the point. But if you were right on top of the point and you put all of your emitter, I think they were emitters, put all your emitters down, you would basically cluster your emitters really close to each other. And people called that pineappling because it looked like a pineapple. And the way the weapons in that game worked is they were proximity weapons, basically like bombs that you set off on yourself. So the closer you were to a point that you wanted to destroy, the more damage you would do, and the further away, the damage would fall off really, really hard. So ideally, you wanted to get to a point, get as far away from it as possible, but still staying within range of it. Put down all of your emitters so that they would spread out as far as possible. So that if an enemy team member came by, they couldn't just stand in one spot and like use 3 weapons and blow up the whole thing. They would have to like go in a circle around the point and actually use like several weapons. So it had kind of like an air of strategy to it. Like if you really wanted to defend a point, you would absolutely like get as far away as possible, put down your emitters, power up the emitters, put shields on them, do whatever you wanted to hold that portal. But it felt so good, like if somebody had totally pineappled their portal, and you just go up to it, stand in one spot, and just use one of your weapons, and you just... and it's just emitter destroyed, emitter destroyed, emitter destroyed, emitter destroyed. You're just like, yeah.
sound like there's multiple scream tails in the wall.
I can hear screaming from the walls. How much time do we have? 4 minutes.
Oh.
Well, that's
Okay, I
not
guess
shiny.
one came out? I don't know. I was trying to see if any of them were shiny, but I don't know how to do that clip thing.
For me, it only works when I do it from the right side of my character. Like, from the right side looking to their left. You hold the left trigger down and just clip the camera into the wall.
Okay.
I cannot get it to do it the other way. I can only do it from the left. And I don't know why that is. Well, it's my character's right, but I'm looking to the left of them, if that makes sense.
I should just... Yeah, I think all the scream tails that were in the wall were not shiny, but I had to check.
Be free, my friends.
I get it that you're a paradox Pokemon, but that doesn't mean that you should be spawning in the walls.
Man, I miss Ingress when it was good. It was a good game. I did play that Harry Potter AR game for a hot minute, and that was a big sack of garbage.
I heard it was really bad, because it's, like, from what I remember hearing about, it's very reliant on, like, do you just have, like, a couple of days to spare just for one task? And it's like,
Yeah.
jeez.
And it was so bad on the inventory, like, to even function, to do anything in that game, like, you had a specific inventory for potions and a specific inventory for spell slots and a specific inventory for potion ingredients and a specific inventory for other shit. And each of those inventories, of course, had a cash shop where you could buy inventory slots, but they weren't shared. So if you wanted to, like, increase your inventory across, like, the board, you could do it by, like, 10 slots for, like, $40. And it was just like, that's garbage. And, like, you would go to, like, a stop, like the stops in Pokemon Go, and it would give you, like, 10 herbs, and it's like, oh, your herb bag is full. Like, of course it is, because you gave me 10 fucking herbs. How many
Like,
do I
if
need?
it was... Like, it could be like, oh, that's really nice to get a lot of it, except you're also severely limiting how much I can fucking hold. Great.
Right. And with what I have, how many potions can I make? 2. Okay, what potions can I make? Garbage. Alright. Well,
I hate it when games make it very obvious that you need to spend money to make any progress.
yeah, that was very much that game. And, like, the raid aspect, like, where you could team up with other players, the lobby for that environment, great. Because you could go in one by yourself and skip the timer. If you're the only one in there, it'd be like, do you want to skip this timer? Yes, please. And it's like, why can't we have that in Pokemon Go? Like, if I'm going to solo a raid, I should be able to skip this goddamn timer.
Yeah.
But, like I said, you had specific spell slots. Like, you could only cast, like, a spell 10 times, and then you had to recharge by either, like, waiting an amount of time or going to a specific type of spot. And, like, you know, doing the thing at the spot, at the specific spot.
Oh, my sandwich ran out.
Oh, did mine? Yeah, mine just did. Okay.
Well, we did get 2.
Yeah.
Ah, crap, my butt's sore. Ow!
Have you not been getting up when we're taking breaks?
No, because I'm an idiot.
This kills them
I'm
up.
doing that. Oh! I can see you in my game all of a sudden. Hello.
Oh, hi. I still can't see you.
Yeah, I really should have been taking, like, actually standing up. Whenever you took a break, I just looked at my phone. Get a shiny dun 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 sparse.
Dun 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 sparse.
Dun 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 dun. Isn't it like yellow and pink?
Yeah. What should we do next?
I do not know. I had a thought. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Do you want to keep going? Because we're about at the 4 hour mark, Mop.
If you want to keep going, I'm down. I just might need to go get, like, something quick to eat.
Well, I normally keep it to about 4 hours anyway on the Saturday stream, so let's stop here. Let's go ahead, throw down a save. And if you want, we can resume tomorrow. I don't really have any specific plans for tomorrow other than maybe doing some shiny hunting or, yeah. I don't want to do VGC tomorrow, to be honest.
It sounds like the season's kind of a mess.
Well, I don't mind this season, to be honest. The treasures do add kind of an interesting layer of chicanery, but it's every battle. Like, every battle you see Chiyu or Chen Pao or whatever. And it's just, I want to see a team without you guys for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be cool. Alright, so there is a correct way to leave these union circles, I think. Leave your group. You want to leave the group, yes.
How did you do it before? Did you just disconnect from the internet?
I just disconnected from the internet or just put my Switch to sleep.
Man, I just realized there's a very good chance if I did encounter sandwiches with a combi, I probably would find a shiny female or a shiny Vespaquin.
The encounter sandwiches? Maybe not. You'd probably still have to do a sparkling sandwich.
Oh, yeah. But at least then I don't know. It's like on one hand, I like having something I could just mindlessly do.
Yeah.
But also, I am baffled by how shitty the male to female rates are. And apparently on this one site, it says it's 87.5% male, 12.5% female.
Yep.
It's bad.
I mean, it's the same for starters, too. It's like when people, on Reddit, like on Shiny Pokemon Reddit or whatever, when people post like, hey, this is my shiny starter from Gen 4 on my shiny Piplup. And it's a female shiny Piplup. Everyone is just like, ooh, female too, because it's also a 1 in 8 chance for it to be female.
Yeah.
So it's like a shiny and a female. Either you're hacking or got some good luck. Oh no. Did I just crash? Oh no.
You did save though recently.
I just saved. Eventually I'll get my game back.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday. There we go. Okay. Oofda. All right. Well, I'm going to call it here. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Mop, for joining and finding us 5 Flutter mains.
It finally happened. It just took a few weeks.
It took 500 years. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.